That's video production. Don't worry about that.
That's a little movie magic.
We gotta sync the audio. Don't worry about that.
That's a little movie magic, you fucking peasants.
God damn, dude, the live
yeah.
cast. The live cast is gonna be so good.
Well, don't pump it up too much.
No, I got some shit to talk about.
I think every live cast we've had, you've been like, "This is it." I've
and
always been like,
dude,
"This is gonna suck."
The last one, dude. The last one.
It's been so good, dude. You're
Exactly.
right. But now that
the last one here. The last one here was.
Last one here was rowdy.
It was great.
Yes.
Dude, so I have to. I mean, I'm gonna jump right in.
What are you going with?
I've been dying to talk to you about this, but I wanted to save it for this moment. All these bros and girl bros.
For all the hot guys.
So my brother.
An army of hot men.
These dudes are huge. These dudes are huge.
Yeah, we always have some jacked ass fucking dudes every show. It's pretty much who listens to the show. Just jacked ass fucking alphas. Dude, so I don't know if you know this. So I'm sitting here, I'm talking to my brother on the way down. He hipped me to this thing that goes on in the Amish community. I didn't know about. Did you know the Amish are big kidnappers?
No.
The Amish are notorious kidnappers.
I thought you were going to talk about Rumspringer.
Yeah.
Well, you got to snag them before they can spring up, bro.
Yeah, so the Amish are kidnapping
They're notorious
the English
kidnappers.
or other Amish?
The English.
Ooh.
So what happens is, here's what happens. And there's like, dude, you can read about it. I didn't take my brother's word, but.
What do they say? They're like, "Hello, kids, would you like some licorice that I have
Pretty much.
in the horse?"
Pretty much. What happens is they a lot of times they live in they always live in rural areas, but they'll find like if you're like kind of like heroined out and like they see you're like a drunk parent in a rural area and they see you you ever see guys that
You get shanghaied.
they'll
to
snag
Lancaster.
your kid. They'll snag your kid because there's not a lot of them. Not a lot of people are converting to Amish, so they start to inbreed. So they need fresh blood.
It's actually a lot like what the Native Americans used to do.
Did they really?
Yeah, the Native Americans were they were low on people, so when they would snag some.
Oh, dude, that would be so great.
That's what happened.
Yeah, they'll snag you.
That's what happened. They would take in the pale face.
Yep.
And they would raise them as their own.
Think about how strong my Indian son would be.
Yeah.
Your Indian son?
If I had an Indian son with a squall.
With squall?
Would you like a nice squall?
Oh yeah, dude.
Can you guys keep your mics towards your mouth?
What's that? Sorry.
There you go. So, dude,
Matt, real quick, side note, what did the Amish do in the Civil War?
what did they do in the Civil
Were
War?
they here?
Yes.
What did they do?
They
I'm
were
just
here.
Got their
Wondering what
shit
they
rocked.
did.
They probably just got their shit rocked, dude.
Just side note, dude.
Damn.
Sorry to
We
derail
talked.
it.
No. That's actually a great question. As the premier historian on the Amish, I would say of the podcast, they probably just got well. First of all, they weren't that weird back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Amish were just
they were just German.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
just they were standard Germans back then.
Yeah, at the time they were run of the mill, but also the Civil War never touched Lancaster County, so they were fine.
True. Is there Amish anywhere else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ohio has
They're
a
in
lot
South
of them.
America, too.
What?
Yeah.
St. Mary's, what's that? Oh, wait, you're not talking
Maryland
Mount
is
St.
the best
Mary's.
state, dude.
True.
You think Maryland's this?
Oh, this is the best state.
Oh, he's a Mennonite?
Are they your three wives?
Are these your three wenches?
He's not laughing, dude.
That's not funny. I
That's a
apologize.
bucket.
That's a true Mennonite. He's like, nothing's funny at all. How dare you accuse me in front of all these people of fucking definitely my daughters. That could be a new genre, dude. Amish woman stuck. Ezekiel comes in and plows her ass. He's fuming, dude. I'm sorry. We might get shot with a musket if we keep this up.
I mean, for real, chill.
I know. I'm joking, sir.
Just kidding, dude. Just kidding. No, but why'd you say he was a Mennonite? He doesn't strike me
No,
as a Mennonite.
she was actually pointing down as in southern Maryland. Oh, nice.
So what do you want to do about it?
What are we going to do about it, folks? Oh, you're just informing us?
Appreciate that.
That's fine.
I've been...
This is why we stick to a strictly male fan base. You bring some ladies in, they start yapping.
I've been planning an uprising against the Amish for a while.
You can't.
What do you mean?
They're too thorough, dude.
No, they're not,
Yes,
dude.
they are.
Strong.
So my brother also, Tom...
Have you ever shook one of their hands?
Yeah.
Hell no, dude. Why the hell would I do that?
deal with them.
Dude,
they
they're
made my
angels.
ladder axe.
What?
They made my ladder axe on my truck.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make them.
Wow.
Apparently, they beat their wives too.
A lot of people beat their wives.
No, the Amish
Can't
still
discount them
do.
just because
Wow.
they beat their wife.
The Amish apparently still beat their wives.
Okay,
They
so
snag kids, and apparently, like,
dude, what are you doing?
That's just, I'm reporting what I heard. I'm a journalist, dude. I'm reporting what I heard. My brother was telling me they snag kids, which again, I would say honestly, the fact that they snag kids like that, you know, you find a kid in a bad situation, you know, and they just breed you out like a stud.
Yeah.
Good.
So they
God,
snag
dude.
you.
Wait, you got to make sure
It's their Mowgli.
this is true.
Why? They're never going to hear about it.
That was a good joke.
But no, apparently they'll snag. Well, first of all, like if you never see the women say a word at the farmer's market. Because if they fuck
How
up on
they
that
should act.
shitty cash register,
Yeah.
and like fuck up on the price of eggs, or they give a little
Doesn't
lift,
talk unless she's in
that
the kitchen.
fucking Civil War general looking dude, when they get home, it's just full fucking.
Yes.
He goes into every room of the house and just beats everyone.
I don't believe it.
Huh? Who doubts me?
I think literally me. I just
Oh,
said it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, right next to you. I don't think they do. They're men of God, dude.
Yeah, they are men of God, dude. Although there is a thing like the
Old Testament.
the
True.
more religious you are, there is a higher chance you do hit your wife.
Yeah, if you're that religious, that is like
Yeah.
the perfect amount of religiousness to just. You have so many good quotes, dude. When you're that religious, you just pull stuff out of the Bible. Like
Yeah.
there's like in the Bible says like you better fucking listen, bitch. In like the very early
Dude,
part.
My sister married an Egyptian. And fucking. He's Coptic, so it's like this ancient Christianity, and in the service, they were like their vows in front of everybody. They had to be like, as a woman, do you submit to your husband's will at all times? We were all just like, what the fuck is this?
What'd she
This
say?
rule.
Of course you said yes,
She
dude.
had to.
Yes, the Coptics got it right.
Hell yeah.
Now us in fucking pussy America surrounded by yappy
just went to a
bitches. We need to bring back religion to quiet these women.
True. Dude. Now, women are so afraid. Did you ever watch a girl watch The Handmaid's Tale on Netflix?
Dude, I don't know why Hulu
I'd
keeps
take
trying
that life
to show
in a
me
minute.
this shit, dude.
What?
Hulu keeps trying to push Handmaid's Tale on me.
Well, it's important.
I'm not into it.
It's important for you to understand.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not
That's
into
an
it
easy
whatsoever,
life.
dude.
It's important for you to realize this fictional narrative is real. This made up story is how it is.
About a few chores, and all I had to do was breed
For
every
real.
now and then.
You take it.
That would take so much weight
I will
off
wear a
on
red
a daily
cloak right
basis.
now, dude.
Huh? You think
Clean
it's
the house
easy?
and breed.
You think having
I could
kids
do
is
that.
easy?
So, man, you feel like a woman.
Shania Twain.
Yo,
Yeah.
Shania Twain, midriff, yo.
She's the first one to do it, according to Spade.
First
Who?
midriff?
In
Shania
my
Twain.
life, in my life,
Twain.
Shania Twain was hot, dude.
She showed midriff first.
Who's the other one? Was it Shania Twain?
And
Who's
then
st-
Shakira came out.
No. Who's singing
Ooh.
Still the One? Is that Shania Twain?
Yeah, Shania.
Still the one, yeah.
Okay. Man, I feel like a woman's a different one, though.
No.
Sheryl Crow, isn't it?
What?
No, it's Shania Twain,
no.
though.
What's Sheryl Crow?
Sheryl Crow's
All I want to do is have some fun.
Yes.
All I
yeah.
want to do
All
is
heaters.
have some.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
We listened to Taylor Swift on the way down here.
I love acoustic divas, dude.
Yeah.
Jewel.
You love
Jewel-
acoustic
Oh, dude, I
white
love
divas.
Jewel.
Jewel's
Jewel.
fucking hot.
Huh?
I love Jewel, dude.
Jewel,
I love her
dude.
teeth.
Yeah, too. Me too.
All right.
I like Jewel's
I
teeth
think
too.
it is an appealing thing
Oh, yeah.
about her.
I love cross-eyed chicks. I love all that stuff.
Yeah,
He really does.
it is cute. I can
Good
see it.
cross-eye?
Yeah, we're just a dead eye. I'm more of a dead eye guy.
I don't like a dead eye. For
I
some
like
reason,
a lazy eye.
For some reason, a lazy eye turns. Yeah,
I like
I'm
it.
out.
I like it.
You want to fucking. Anytime I talk to someone with a dead eye or a lazy eye, I'm just like, you want to.
Well, you're allowed to do that.
It's like an air conditioner. You just want to fucking knock that thing back. Do you think they see both things? Like if you have like a lazy eye,
yeah, they have 360.
like you
vision.
think they're like chameleons?
Like
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. They got 2 channels. Just split cam.
Yes.
It's got to be tight when you're sitting there and all of a sudden you're like, and I'm looking over here and you're like, sweet.
Is it just blurry?
Huh?
Are you just blurred up, or like what's going on?
No, you're just getting that panorama.
The worst is when you run
Did you ever
into
take an iPhone picture in panorama?
Yes.
It's like that.
But when you
have
take it,
you
it's
can't
all,
move
like,
it too
fucking
fast
up
though,
and
or it
down.
gets blurry. You have to
Yeah.
go.
when you run into someone with a fucking lazy eye and you look at you're trying to talk to them.
Well, you got to
just-
ask.
You got to stare at which eye you
No,
think
I
exactly.
they're-
stare directly here.
It's polite to ask. You go, which one of these do I talk to?
You gotta say,
Blink-
hey, idiot. Which one of your fucking eyes work?
That was a good one, Shane.
Thanks, playa.
What's up with you?
What's up with me?
Yeah,
Nothing. I've just
Nice,
been,
nice,
I'll
it's epic.
tell you what's going on with me. I showed you guys a little in the green room.
Oh,
I downloaded TikTok
The girls.
and the girls
You think the girls are nice?
are sexy. Although I will say this, you know
It's
how
nonsense.
this is what's been. Of course, it's pure nonsense, and it really gives me a lack of faith in the future of our country. I mean, we're staring down the barrel of an entire generation of complete idiots. I mean, we suck. Our generation sucks, but this next group coming up,
Yeah.
it's just women posting
the
like.
reality of the Civil War.
Yeah, the women. We can talk about the Civil War in a second because we got a lot.
The upcoming one.
But this one, TikTok is just women. There's like a trend where they just announce the worst things they've done.
Oh, it's so
Really?
It's just girls being like. There's one thing where they're like shooting guns. Who here's horny enough to have seen this? Couple of yeah. Sir, your daughter. And
Just kidding. Comedy podcast.
Also, can you raise Spud's mic a little, please? Just technical issue.
and
A bit of a technician.
Hello?
so it's like these
There you
college chicks, and then everyone's like had a three-way at a frat. And it's
Same.
like had a train ran on 'em.
Which kind of freeway? That's a
I don't.
big
Well, it's
difference.
just of course.
Devil's
it's
Devil's
just-
threesome or an angel's
Who
threesome?
knows? There's like a new trend where it's cool to be a
MM.
debaucherous slut.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say, Spud?
He said MMM. Anyway, this
Yeah,
is
so
what
they're
this is,
airing out their.
yes, but the true thing I've run into is, you know how you ever like watch TV during the day or like at night, like very late at night when you're watching TV, and then the commercials come on that remind you that you're a loser.
Yeah.
Like you're watching TV during the day, and it's like, are you fucking fat as hell?
Yeah.
Like, are you hurt? So then I'm watching TikTok, and I realize the algorithm's just sending me young hot chicks. So the TikTok's just like, are you a fucking pedophile? And I'm just watching it like, no.
They keep sending them to you.
They keep sending it. I keep trying to swipe away from the beautiful kids. Dude, fuck you guys. Watch TikTok.
Is it this? Isn't TikTok? Which one of them had trouble in America? Is it owned by the
Well,
CCP?
TikTok, yeah, the Chinese. The
Yeah.
Chinese are sending us. The Chinese are turning us great men into all pedophiles. The communists know the exact code to break us.
They know what's up.
And apparently it's incredibly hot high school girls.
Apparently they have a weird like foster system over in communist China.
What's that?
They ran into problems with it. Where like if you're an orphan, like a businessman can scoop you up.
It's not a bad.
I think that goes for here too.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's like more accepted over
rampant.
there. Just businessmen
Rampant.
grabbing orphans. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, I guess it's that like.
You ever see
charities
Annie?
are. True. True.
It's pretty much the life of an orphan.
Yeah. It's getting scooped.
It's a hard
up.
knock life.
True.
It is
But then
sad
you
when
run
I
into a
see
guy
TikToks,
who
though.
wants to fuck you, and then it becomes a hard cock life.
Yo.
That's what you
You're
guys
pro,
paid
you're
for,
pro.
baby.
It's sad to get to the point where you have to show someone like, isn't this TikTok just fucking disgusting? It's so stupid, and they just keep on.
I know.
swiping.
I keep swiping.
Do you fuck with
you
TikTok,
you
Bill?
don't
No,
fuck
I don't
with
have
it.
a TikTok. I never did the Twitters. Like there was a few Twitters that were all porn. I can't. do
Don't add
porn.
the
Yeah, dude,
pluralization
stop
to
sounding
pretend
like
you
a
don't know.
No, I'm trying
You
to
know
remember
over there that Twitters, that thing, the Twitters?
Yeah, the Nintendos, the Pokemons.
I try to remember the name. I can't remember it.
It's Twitter, bro.
It's Twitter.
Fuck,
It's
I mean, this
happening.
was in 2013. I forget what the Twitter was.
Twitter.
But I'm saying the porn that they have, like the people, my buddies all follow hot chicks on Instagram. No idea how you do that.
My buddies all follow hot chicks on Instagram.
Yes, I'll let you scroll through mine.
Yeah,
With
it's kind of
none.
like with Rainy. Like, and then when you
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
if you like it, it shows up on other people's feed.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
follow you, and it's like Mike Rainey liked, and it's always just a thick Latina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's-
Mike Rainey's taste in women is like nothing against thick Latinas. That's great, but it's always like a rough, like covered in tattoos, clearly a tired fat woman. She's exhausted. And that's when Mike Rainey's like, heart. This is gonna get through to her.
He enjoys himself on social media. I always see
He
that.
does enjoy himself.
It's
Yes.
always funny seeing which of your friends are like publicly perverts. You
Yeah,
see
just
it's, like,
publicly,
liked by,
yeah.
I see 4 of my friends. I'm like, damn, dude.
I think the mushrooms might be kicking in.
Really?
Oh no, you're high on mushrooms? Yeah, this is a rough place to be high on mushrooms.
I'm just joking.
Yeah,
The joke house?
I'm
The
just
joke
joking,
house
not
is-
at all.
The joke house is made for being on mushrooms.
The what?
This is a
Magoobies.
joke house,
This is
dude.
the
Yeah.
Magoobies joke house, dude.
It's a mystical place.
I was
of
laughing
laughter.
the whole way here.
Just
kept
laughing.
going, Magoobies. This is a great name.
Magoobs. The Magoobs.
It is a funny name.
It's funny, the owner, yeah, if you make fun of it to him, he's like, well, what should I change it to? I'm not. It's a great name. What's wrong with the name?
Dude, I
like it.
I'm gonna open up a little. I mean to talk to you bros about this.
Good.
So you guys know my wife was gone for 5 days.
Yeah.
She was gone for 5 days, and I
With who?
Yo.
Yo, we're fucking friends, dude.
Yo.
And honestly, if that's her choice, dude, I support her.
Very
She wants,
progressive.
if my wife wants to go on a romance tour, dude, I
Who
support
are
her.
you to
Yes.
stop her, honestly?
What?
Yes.
Who are you to stop her?
Exactly.
As a liberal,
It's her body. As a liberal
yes.
husband, dude,
It's fine.
cuck me.
Go ahead.
Cuck me.
That was Spade, not me.
But no, well,
That was fucked up, dude.
Very rotten.
nah, it's very funny.
Very
but
rotten.
this is something I want to, I'm trying to think. So there was like, she went away, and I promised myself,
What? I was fucking with
Yeah, I get it. We'll do it later.
I promised myself that I wouldn't PMO, porn, masturbation, orgasm,
Okay.
while she was gone.
How long did you last?
I mean, I'm not beating myself up about it, but there's
You're
definitely
beating
a
yourself
level.
off about it. Let's go. Let's go.
The pro.
There's a level, especially, I mean, you guys are somewhat our bachelors, but when you're a married man, there's
Very
a level of masturbation you engage in when she leaves that's almost adulterous.
Yeah. No,
That's what I was like when she was. I went from like, nah, I'm gonna chill on that to like just like the second time in the night, and it's just.
You
I
hit
felt,
2?
Yeah, man. I didn't feel great about it. I felt like I was cheating on her. It was like I was jerking off, like I was that into what I was watching.
Aww.
What?
No, I'm being
Well,
an
no,
asshole.
it gets worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cute what I'm about to talk about. So this was not in the notebook, but the
Yeah, the notebook. He leaves her and he's
yeah,
just like,
that guy fapping. Yeah, that house was covered in cum.
romance.
It was
Yeah.
covered in cum. I hate that
how he
notebook. The
painted
notebook
it.
is the worst. It's the most sinister insight into the female ego. She leaves him for a rich guy, and he just builds her a house. And she's like, I'm done with this rich guy, moves in with him, and gets dementia. And she's like, that's so sweet. I'm like, fuck that lady.
yeah.
I'll take it.
You know how good that
The guy
movie?
should have remortgaged,
Yes.
fucking refied.
Never watched it.
How good would that movie be if at the end he was just like, he finally, as an old man, mustered the courage to just walk in there and fucking punch her. Slut. And she was like, what? Why? And he's like, you'll remember tomorrow. And then he comes back. Every day he just keeps coming back and he's like, whore.
It just ends in elder abuse.
Those are the worst videos, dude.
What, elder
The
abuse?
Elder abuse videos, like
What
the
videos
weird
are you
sound
talking
it
about?
makes.
Porn? Are you still talking about porn?
What do you
No,
mean the
no,
weird
no.
sound it makes? How many?
Like the dudes who like hit like old people in the eyes. And
What
just
videos are you talking
Remember,
about?
like smack a piece of chicken.
Well, what videos?
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, that's just classic Bill, dude.
This is like Maryland here, right?
Yeah.
All right, sick.
So you watch live leak videos of people punching old people?
I've seen it before. Yeah, you've never seen that?
No.
I've
I mean,
seen.
I'm not shaming you.
No, it's like just some like outraged dude on Facebook.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Buffalo. Multiple
True.
names.
Buffalo Bill.
Was it a big fat lady?
Go back talking about like
It's just
your
old
porn,
people
something
getting
sick.
cracked.
What?
You like what? So you've put together like, is there a compilation of old people getting laid
I mean,
out
there's always videos coming out about that.
of dudes punching old
man.
ladies?
Yes, of like orderlies punching the fuck out of
Oh,
old people.
okay, yes, but they've never had sound ever.
Yes, they
Up and your
have.
nipples
Really?
didn't
Yes.
get-
What's the sound? Make the sound.
Have you ever like if you're at Acme or whatever grocery store
All
you
right.
go to in Maryland and you smack the piece of chicken? You know what I'm talking about? Or there's a roast. You have like a roast in plastic, just fucking smack it. It sounds like that, and it's like over and over, and they're not like full blown swings. They're just kind of like It's almost like punching in a dream.
It's a
All right.
oh,
So what?
the workers.
Like you hit them and you kind of just push
It's
their
more
head.
of a control mechanism. Like stay in line.
I don't know. They just
So it's
beat the
basically
fuck
what
out
would
of
happen if you crept into Joe Biden's room while he was sleeping. While he was sleeping, and you're just like, motherfucker, you
Steal
fucking
election,
ruined
wasn't
it, motherfucker. You fucking
You
think
fucking
fucking
stole this fucking election.
years, you piece of shit.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry. So you were jerking
talking
your
about being adulterous,
fucking
Yeah,
dick.
I was jerking it, dude.
You
It
were
was-
fucking milking your hard cock.
milking it.
Goishing your
I was
ruckus.
milking my penis, dude.
That's an old one.
Dude. So this was
Gillis.
the. I actually like tapped out through it. It was like the porn was
are
too
you
fucked
doing?
up, man. What?
What do you mean tapped out? What? Like,
It just
what's
porn.
the scene there when you
Okay,
tap
here's
out?
the porn became too sinister. So I'm watching, and again, keep in mind, I'm
Who
just
are you
scrolling.
talking to, dude?
You'll wait till you see. So I'm sitting there. I'm scrolling down.
Certainly isn't the old Matt.
What?
Yeah.
Running into
always
a
been
sinister porn?
I've always been not this type of sinister
Okay,
porn.
all right.
I've been in, I've definitely gone out there in terms of like sexualness, but in terms of like sinister plots, like
Oh, okay.
people use it. Yeah. So I'll get it.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there. I'm
You didn't
watching this thing.
finish that sentence.
What?
What people? What?
You'll see.
Okay.
So I'm building it up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller. So
You are.
I'm attracted to the model, dude. The subtext has nothing to do with it. It happens to be about a babysitter.
Man,
Oh,
come
no.
on.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Dude.
Ew,
Okay.
man.
No, hold on.
Ew.
Hold on.
This is
I
way
have
too
no-
real,
look,
dude.
No
I'm
wonder.
all
Yeah.
business.
Spin
I'm
this
all
on me.
business. I have kids. I have babysitters.
And you have a babysitter.
I'm not worried about all that stuff. This was an Afro-Latina woman too. My babysitters are Eurasian, so I'm not attracted to them. So
Until you
that's
get
how-
no
that's how
parent.
God made me. So, dude, I'm watching this. It's, nice model. I'm like, oh, she happens to be a babysitter. I'll roll with it, no problem.
Mouse
and then
select.
the guy. So the dude. Here's the plot. So the guy's like, he's like, hey,
I got to record my podcast.
yeah.
And then his babysitter's like, go ahead, I'll be upstairs. Hey,
dude,
guy with a
dude.
podcast, I'm stuck. Help. My wife will be home soon. Don't worry.
Stuck behind a wall of Amazon packages. Yeah, no, dude. So I'm watching this thing, and it's like, classic babysitter. She's sitting there on her phone, scandalously dressed, and I'm like, this is classic stuff. All of a sudden, the dude comes home and is like, hey, I'm gonna drive you back. She leaves her phone. It's a video of her. She's watching a porno of herself and some other guy. Still like, all right, classic stuff.
What site?
Yeah, this sounds like fucking
It's
good
the hub,
stuff.
bro. It's the hub. It's the hub.
It's the
Okay,
hub.
it sounds good. So I'm watching. I'm like, all right, this is classic. It's classic setup. This is the slut's journey, as it is in fucking like the hero's journey.
Yes.
It's a slut's journey. I'm like,
Yes.
classic setup. Get caught, doing stuff like that. So I'm watching.
The
The
hoary
guy's like,
ad.
the dude sees it and he goes, oh my god, it happens to snow. And he goes, hey, she's like, hey, I got to stay here. I can't go back. I'm like, all right, all this stuff is standard. So then obviously he shows her the video and blackmails her and says, we're having sex. Or I'm going to tell your fucking dad. And I go, come on, man. Why not just be like, hey, sex stuff?
So you're
awesome.
invested in the plot.
I'm watching the plot now. What the fuck is that? So,
Some lady threw up from your disgusting story.
dude, I'm just telling people it's out there. So I'm watching it. I'm still like,
Yeah.
Someone's head just.
A woman's water broke.
so I'm watching this and I'm going like, man, I wish this guy wouldn't be so intense. He could just be playful about this. He's being kind of
He
intense.
could, yeah.
while
Oh,
you're
so
He's,
you.
he's kind of really
Oh yeah. Are you
blackmailing.
stroking it like?
Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you for
I'm not
being
gonna
honest.
lie, yes.
Thank you for being truthful.
Of course, I'm working myself up. I'm
Yeah.
getting into the plot. I'm getting there, setting the scene.
How hard would you say you were at this
Yeah,
point?
I was gonna say that.
hard as humanly possible. So
You got to start making a podcast for post porn podcast.
This is
Yeah,
what my
break it
podcast
down like a
kind
press
of was.
conference.
Oh,
A press conference afterwards after you jerked off. Like,
well,
yeah, we got in there.
plot took a wicked turn. Dude, so then he's
Had
like,
about 10
There's
minutes.
an obvious character arc here.
So yeah, I
So I'm
think
sitting there-
yeah, you were disgusted. So you
Well,
were
no, it wasn't
literally
even
as
that.
hard as you could
Yeah.
possibly be.
exactly.
Yes.
So I'm sitting,
I don't even
But it-
remember that.
what, being disgusted?
No, being as hard as you could possibly be.
How old do you say you are until you start, you can't really get boners anymore that good?
I don't know.
Well, I'm 33, so
Well, I feel like if you save it up, you're fine.
save up your jizz. Or
Yeah,
your
if you
boners?
just don't fap, you keep you stay pretty hard. You just got a quick draw. But anyway, so I'm watching this thing, and this is the part that really took me out of it. I hope people can maybe write to Pornhub and get this one taken down. But dude, he's sitting there and they're having sex already, and he just starts going I knew you were a slut, all that stuff. And I'm like, come on, man, don't be doing that. And he's like, I knew you were a slut because you hang out with my daughter. And I go, dude, what are you doing? And then he just He's like, I knew you were a slut. He goes, I fucked my daughter. I was just shut it off. Like, dude. What the fuck
you
was-
shut it off?
Yeah,
sex
man.
with
I can't. That's where I turn. That's where I pull the plug.
You draw the line.
I draw the line in
You
the
say
sand.
you can't. You can fuck the babysitter.
Yeah, of course.
Three-way with your daughter and the babysitter.
He didn't. She wasn't even present. He just said
Oh,
it
he
for
just said
She
it.
had nothing to do with it.
That's debauchery.
It was disgusting, dude.
Fuck that.
was
I
like,
mean,
shut
they
this
are
shit off.
really pushing the incest thing,
Yeah, it's crazy.
they are.
but I think it could be just because of how hot it is and it
No,
works.
man.
Change.
Why can't they make porns where a guy's just like, hey, there's a pretty lady?
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Come
I
here,
walked
lady.
out when I was home this summer. My dad was trying to fill the.
What?
Shane.
Hold on.
Shane.
So look, I walked this summer.
I
What
opened
was
up.
it like?
I opened
yes,
up.
I'll open up too. My dad, he was filling up the lawnmower. He was refilling it with gas, and for some reason his watch got stuck right at the bottom of the lawnmower. And I was in the house lounging,
Yeah.
princely
Playing a video game.
laying, sipping cool milk.
Cereal milk.
Yes, and I heard my dad. He was like, "Shane, I'm stuck. Boy, help!" And I came out and I said, "Dad, what the hell is going on?" He's like, "Son, my gaping asshole is." So that happened this summer.
Yeah. I didn't want to take the place of something nasty. I just thought it was remarkable that the guy took that turn for no reason.
He just threw that in.
Halfway through, he's like, "I fucked mine." I was like, "Come on, man, sicko."
Yeah.
You
Leaves a
sicko.
bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it was just poor taste.
What
As a
type
father.
of pornography are you interested in?
All
Girls, man.
lots kinds, totally girls.
Yeah.
Lots
You-
kinds.
All just girls?
100%.
boobs.
Big
butts?
boobs?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
butts?
Loves them all, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hairy.
Nice. Fat pussies?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Fat
dude.
Pump
Family's
pussies,
here, dude.
Pump pussies, big
There's a
clits.
family here. Why? What a mistake.
Pa,
Paul.
did you have the birds and the beestalk, or is this it right now?
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'm not going to waste my time with this conversation. I'm going to take him in here. We're going to listen to guys talking about jizzing.
Paul, whose idea was this to come here? Hell yeah. You brought your Paul?
Wait, you guys were at this show, though, the regular show, right?
They don't know what this is, dude.
Huh? Paul.
But did you come to the stand-up show before this? Yes. Thank you. Yes. All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
nice. But
I got a clean
all right.
one.
Paul, be honest. How you feel about this?
This type of
Not
stuff.
having it, dude.
Huh?
No, but this type
Well,
of
if you
this
have-
type of crap. Oh, thanks.
Good,
You
good.
hear about the promiscuous Amish woman?
Wait,
Whoa,
that's
wait,
your.
what?
Hold on, time out. That's your stepdad? Damn. Did I get that
That
off?
really happened.
Did that sound good?
That really happened.
This is Maryland, right?
This is Maryland.
All right, cool.
Down south, they do it different.
Yeah,
Oh
below
my
the
God.
Mason-Dixon line, bro.
Woo!
She slept with 3 men in
Yeah.
Damn.
No, we're joking.
We
We're
are
joking.
obviously kidding, but
Damn,
legally
definitely.
stumped.
Never mind. I'm
What?
not doing that. No, that's fucked up. That's mean.
damn.
I'm not
Okay.
mean-hearted.
No.
Me and Shane just had a phone call the other day about.
What are you guys talking about?
Shane said it would be funny. He had group sex with you, Beezer, his girlfriend, at the foot of his dad's bed.
Yeah, we covered this. Yeah.
Bill, what the hell, man? I told you that in confidence. No, my dad was asleep, and I said, what a fun prank it would be if me and my 3 male friends and my girlfriend all had group sex at the foot of his bed while he was asleep, so that he woke up in a dark room to like.
Dude, it would be at least 3 minutes.
He had to unhook his fucking pilot, his pilot mask. Like, what the hell's going on down there? You had to hit eject. Take his jet
He
fighter
would, dude,
mask off.
if you did that and immediately ran out, he would be like, "That was a weird dream."
Yeah, he would be. That could not have happened.
my
And then he
God.
would never want to broach the topic. You know, imagine if we were at dinner and he was like, dude, you guys didn't happen to have gay sex at the foot of my bed, did you? And then, because then what? Then he's got to admit, like, well, I had the wildest dream last night. All 3 of you boys.
Here's a bi-curious triad. Yeah.
The 3 of you boys were going to town on each other.
Yeah. I swear one of you was just fapping and admiring. So Billy and Spud, we brought you guys down here. What do you guys, I don't want to talk about myself all night. What are you guys up to?
Nothing much. Yeah.
Just chilling?
Just came here. This is my third time drinking this year.
Yeah, man, you're really getting after it.
Yeah.
I haven't had drugs since my experience.
Yes.
I put down the narcotics.
Shaman.
Yeah,
Shane
that
is true.
hands down the funniest thing ever.
Huh?
Shane is now the shaman.
Yeah.
I think so, dude.
Well, I did die,
Yeah.
and I've been offered cocaine several times, and I've said no, thank you.
How do people take that when you're like, no, thank you?
They get mad.
Yeah. People with coke
Especially
aren't
when
like,
you're typically the guy who was usually like, yeah, fucking hell yeah, dude. Don't do it.
yeah, that's something like, if you're smoking weed, you're like, you want to try? Be like, no, thanks. All right.
I-
Coke, it's kind of like, I'm good, bro. And they're like, what, are you fucking judging
Yeah,
me?
because then it is a bit of a
Yes.
judgment. Yeah, no, well, I'm not judging you. If you
I
want to
am.
do coke, I think it's fun.
It's for girls. Coke's for girls.
Eh,
Can we be honest? It's a girl drug.
It is, yeah. If you want to feel good and happy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you're out there and the
Yeah.
lasers
I
are
can
beaming
name
on
a
you.
bunch
Night's
of
never
cool
gonna
ass
end.
dudes that did coke.
What?
There's a
Who?
litany of men that have been addicted to cocaine that ruled.
MS.
They live the girl's life, though. Like, you go out, you do whatever you want, have fun every fucking night. Like, if you're a dude and
Yes.
you're going out, like, some nights you
Oh.
go back, like, oh, I guess I'll order a fucking pizza. And
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
sleep.
yeah. Okay.
Girls, you can do whatever you want, have fun, have sex whenever you want, and then just chill.
I don't know.
For the most
Well,
part.
Coke kind of makes that happen for dudes, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really?
Yeah. You get the girl
Yeah,
experience.
it's a perfect.
Coke opens the
It's
dating.
the perfect drug.
Yeah.
Coke, it opens the dating scene up pretty wide.
No, although you do get wildly depressed. So.
Yeah.
yeah,
don't
but you
do
get
it.
the girls though.
Can't
And then I
imagine.
think there's fentanyl in it right now. So
True.
People are dropping like flies.
Bad idea.
But it's a good way to go out, So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was still the funniest thing I've ever experienced.
What?
just joking.
Shane that next morning that
Dude.
obviously went to hell and then looked at me and just put his finger up. And what'd you say, Shane?
Oh, well, I can't all right. So if you guys don't listen to the podcast that much, it was Matt's bachelor party. I was already on about 3 hits of Molly. We drank a little, and then there was just a
Just
giant
to hang out with guys.
Ziploc. Yeah, I was just hanging out with the fellas, dude. I don't take Molly for anything sexual.
Yeah.
Molly rules too.
Just with the
so
bros.
if you
Solidify
can get
friendships.
addicted to that, do yourself a favor.
Seek help.
There was just a giant Ziploc bag of mushrooms. So I was, dude, I had no.
Shane was eating them like chips.
I ate this
Yeah.
It looked
full
like an
bag
episode
of mushrooms,
Vikings.
dude. I
Yeah, I
remember
saw it.
taking handfuls
I was
and
like,
not being
buttery.
able to swallow because my
How many
mouth was so
handfuls
dry.
did you say you took?
I have no idea,
Each handful is about an eighth of mushrooms.
dude.
You
I
taking a full
was.
handful?
I mean, like I was going like over and
Yeah.
over again, and then while somebody else was getting yelled at for munching them too hard, I think it was Pat.
Yeah.
I came in and I was like, "Yeah, you fucking idiot! You can't be eating them like that." And then I just munched like more to be a joke.
Sure.
But then we went out, we sat by the fire, and I escaped reality for 12 hours of just raw hell. I died. I witnessed my own overdose, and then not that funny. And then, but yeah, I was like, dude, throughout the night, I was like sweating, like all night, dude. I was like dying and coming back to life, and I was just like. Like just in a cabin in the Poconos, just like, and then I woke up and came outside, and Billy was sitting there, and everybody knew I had experienced death. And I was laying there looking at Bill, and I was like, "Now that's what I call a party." Like I just looked at Bill, just like, "That's a good night," which is a funny way to,
Hell yeah.
after you take.
You just completely die.
Just totally die, and then you're like, "Yo, hell yeah, that shit was great."
Last night
I was
was a
like
movie,
crying.
bro.
Yo, last night was a fucking movie, bro. I died, and I met my father in heaven. I had a spiritual breakthrough.
Mushrooms rule, dude.
Dude,
In 20 years, we could be living in a world where like all the alcohol's replaced. Everyone here munching like 1.5 grams of mushrooms.
alcohol rules. Speaking of,
You can still have it, but-
any staff member that hears me, may I please have 2 Bud Lights and a White Claw and
Claw.
a glass of red wine.
Cabernet, please.
A fine Cabernet, ma'am.
Please, in a cup. I don't like a wine glass.
In a cup.
Really?
Yeah,
And
wine
could I
glasses for
have
girls?
4 Bud Lights and 2 White Claws?
Yes.
Okay,
Thanks, playa.
let's go. Oh,
Also-
let's Spud hanging. Let's
Oh,
Spud
I
hanging, bro.
apologize.
It's all good.
Everybody here, please do us a favor and tip a little extra if you can.
Yeah.
That's
Just a little. Just
It's just a nice gesture to
more.
do. Whatever you were going to tip, add like $2 or $3.
Unless you're a scumbag, then, it's
Yeah,
different.
it's a nice thing to do. and
Or
it's
if your
fun.
service isn't very good, though, No,
Leave a
Send
note.
it-
so they
send a
can post
message.
it on
We don't
Instagram.
reward mediocrity, but if they're par, give them a shot. Give them a little extra. Give them a little
Absolutely.
extra, you know. So, but yeah, I don't know. That's all that's been going on. The TikToks have been hitting me pretty good.
yeah.
They don't awaken any sexual desires, but it's you know what I've
They do,
realized.
though.
I think this is what's happening to me. I'm getting older and getting less. I'm getting more horny,
Okay.
but less wanting to even have sex.
Exactly. Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Like I see a girl and I'm just like,
Eventually it'll get
holy
into
shit,
your
what
heart.
I would do to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
And then
You get
I'm in the
more-
room and I'm like,
Well,
I'm just gonna hang out.
yes. The older you get, the hotter all girls get to you.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's probably how
you get
dudes
like,
gotten to feet and shit.
huh?
That's probably how dudes gotten like feet and shit.
Absolutely. You
Dudes
develop
getting,
yeah.
like, I'll suck your toes.
Well, that has like an evolutionary thing to it too.
Really?
Yeah.
I would
Women's feet, the size of women's feet typically
I would
dictate their
assume-
fertility.
Stop.
Oh,
touching
really?
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
just
it's
touching
true.
guys. I touch my friends when I
Yeah,
talk.
we just touch our boys, dude. It's no big
Can't
deal.
reach me.
But yeah, that's feet.
You'd be
It's
a better
like
not. Did you want to
feet,
challenge that?
waist hip ratio. It's feet, waist hip ratio, and a couple other things that dictate how fertile.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Stemless wine glass. I approve.
I think the feet thing comes because I think you develop that at a later age. I think you get
Yeah.
so fucking horny that you're
I
just
will
like,
suck
I
your
will, I
toes.
would, you know what I'd like? I see this girl and I'd like to shave her head. I see these girls on TikTok, dude. We joked about it before. It's like you get to the point where it's like, man, that girl's so hot. I'd love to strangle her to death.
True. True.
Right on.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like, man, I'd like to
wanna
break
punch her in
into
the
her
head.
house and eat her.
That's how Army Hammer got down.
Army Hammer did
Army
get
Hammer's
down.
I'll fucking eat you.
What's
Yeah.
dude?
I'll fucking eat you.
So he was trying to eat chicks.
I told Spade, I'll go Hannibal Lecter. If that's what it takes,
Yeah.
like at this point, it's a fucking lost cause. I might as well, yeah, I'll fucking eat
What do you mean it's a lost cause?
We're
You
on
guys are
trip.
both
We're on
handsome.
trip.
What the
We're on
fuck?
trip.
4 months.
We're on trip together.
4 months. I'm
We're
on
on
trip
trip.
until
You're sitting
until
Shriva.
Spade.
How long have you been sitting Shriva?
4 months.
You're 4 months no pussy.
Yep.
That happens, bro.
I know. I'm okay with that. It's more of a spiritual.
but now you want
experience
to
for
eat
me.
a woman though.
And now, yeah, you got.
I'm saying maybe if I say that, like, oh my god, this guy's crazy.
Well, you can tease women like that. If you see them on the
Yeah.
street, be like,
nip at them.
"Baby,
Yeah,
mommy,
you go.
mommy,"
Go like this.
and just if you
Softly bite them
If you
like a
see a
dog.
woman, exactly. If you playfully bite a woman on the street,
I
they
know a
love
dude who
that,
did this.
dude.
Oh yeah.
I know
Like,
a guy. I know,
Especially like the train station.
dude. There was a
Yeah.
carpenter.
Just lean over,
Bite them
Dude,
nibble on their trap.
on a flight. Just bite their
Yeah.
hair. If they're sitting in front of you, just
this worked.
Oh, just suck up a strand of hair like,
like
a
a
spaghetti noodle.
tortoise.
I know a carpenter who did this.
Wait, hold on. You know a carpenter who did what?
This chick got up on it. I was working for that company, and we were doing apartments. And this girl's like, I need help doing my blinds. And this guy is a psychopath. She walked up the ladder, and he bit her ass.
What?
And it worked.
What?
And it worked. And they had sex.
Right then and there?
Yes.
6 footer.
Yeah, he was a 6 footer. It's not a
Obviously.
big deal. His nickname was Tomahawk. So he had a lot going for him.
You had a nickname like that?
Tomahawk. Yeah.
Did it have anything to do with his cock, or was it just a cool nickname?
His name.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Damn, his name was Tomahawk, and he bit a
Bit
girl's
a girl's
ass,
ass,
and fucked
and
her.
it worked out. Yep.
Holy shit, dude!
I think at that point, that
I've
might
been
be
afraid
like,
to say hi.
It also might have been like an
He was just
adrenaline.
like- he
It's
was
an
just, I'm gonna
adrenaline
go
thing
for
too.
it.
Yeah.
You know, like when goats just pass out. There's those goats that pass out if they get really
Yes.
scared.
Yes.
It could have been something like it's just like
That's a next level horny.
That's
True.
the
Like,
horniest
if you're
you
ready
can
to
get.
risk sexual assault to maybe have sex with a woman,
Dude,
You're
there's a
fucking bone.
horniness that gets in your chest and it hurts and it can make you cry. It can make you cry.
True.
Don't tell anyone
with
that.
joy.
Don't tell anybody that. You get so horny, you cry.
Like Stevie Janowski pointing the gun at his dick.
I'm fucking doing it. Damn, I get it. Look, I feel.
It sometimes gets to
true.
that point. Yeah.
It's true.
What are we gonna lie?
No, it's true.
We're not liars here.
Hard on
We
his
came
sleeve.
here to tell the truth.
Yeah, dude. This is the blazing sword of truth.
People hate to hear that men get so horny they want to cry.
Oh my god, we get so fucking horny.
No,
It's true.
We support what you said, dude. Everybody's on board.
It's a
Yeah, man.
frustration mixed with a horniness with your.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So how do you relieve
yeah.
the tension? What do you do to like relieve the tension?
You just got to find the perfect dumb slut. You got to find a slut that's so whorish
Or harness those powers.
that she ignores all of the red flags of a man being like,
White
start to
knuckling
finish
through
of
a
the date. Yeah, just white knuckling the entire. Just like, Yeah, you want to go out to eat?
I think that's what Plenty of Fish is for.
What? Just
Plenty
the
of Fish.
horniest
As soon
dude.
as you get that horny, you just download POF, dude.
I would love to have like the access to a GoPro of the chick that I'm on dates with, like later on to rewind it.
Yeah.
Oh hell, you
So
can,
I can
you
see,
can set this
I can
up.
see what they say.
Yeah, you can set this. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Fuck. I would
That
never.
would be hilarious.
I would never. Oh God.
yeah, that'd be tough to watch.
There was a date where she was like, "Are you sure you don't want to go somewhere else?" And I was like, "Nah, this place rules." And I drank like 9 beers. I got completely.
She was
shit
trying to
faced.
bounce you out of the place.
I got
Alright,
completely
Tontier.
shit faced, and then I was like, "I had a great time. I really like you." And then she never told me.
Yeah, she was trying to
Yeah,
bounce
but
you out of the place.
you did the right thing there. Truthfully,
Yeah.
when it comes to getting
You stood
pussy,
your ground like a man.
Honestly.
when it comes to
True.
getting pussy, there's nothing a girl likes more than a guy who's just like, "This is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Be a part of it or not. This is what I'm doing."
it's my plan.
Season 2 of Love on
Yes.
the Spectrum.
True.
True.
True. Yeah,
Why would we leave? This place is great.
Dave and Buster's. Don't you think we should go? It's like,
bullseye on the ski
there's
ball.
so many video games here. Why would we leave?
Yeah, he's like, but I still have $15 on my power card.
Well, I'm trying to get enough tickets to get the remote car. So no, I'm not going to eat your pussy.
Spud, you're gonna find love, and it's gonna just overwhelm
I know.
you.
rock
I'm
your
gonna-
world.
I know Maryland is my favorite state.
Yeah, are there any single ladies in here tonight?
Maryland ladies.
Make some motherfucking noise.
Woo! We love you, Spud. Table 9, you lying bitches.
It was
Have
How
fun in
dare
hell.
you?
Are there any single
It's not that
effeminate
big a
men?
deal.
We can drive home tonight, dude. Fuck it.
Not that big a deal.
Huh?
Hour and a half.
We
Hour
can
and
drive
a half.
home tonight. Me and Spade
Wasn't
will
a
do
big
it.
deal.
No, we're
whatsoever.
fine. We're not
Have fun
trying to
in
send
hell.
anybody up on a date, but you know, if you're a
Good.
lady and you want to hang out with some of the fellas, we'll be at the bar after this.
Just put it out there.
Nothing serious. Doesn't have to be anything. We're not going to eat you, like we said. I know we were a little heavy-handed on this about perhaps
I just watched
crying and
Silence of
eating you. Yeah.
Yeah,
was a
he
good
just
movie.
saw Silence of the Lambs for the first
Time. And Matrix.
Yeah. I am jealous of the fact that you've never seen a movie.
Dude, I haven't seen a
you
fucking
I
just
just
get
saw
the-
the gayest movie.
What
you
was the
watch?
gayest movie?
What the fuck was that movie? What is it
It
called?
was just about a gay couple. The one guy had dementia.
It's
It
an
was.
older
It's
gay
a
couple.
very sad
It is
gay
the
movie.
Is the
gayest
Notebook
movie of all
about gay
time.
dudes?
Pretty much.
Oh my
Literally.
God,
Yeah,
dude,
pretty much.
It is hilarious.
Wait, so the guy has dementia.
Can't believe I can't think of a pun on gay Notebook.
Yeah.
Dude, it's 2 older gay men. One dude has dementia, and they're riding it out together.
What do they talk about?
Dude, wiping each other's asses and shit. It's
What?
fucking wild.
So
Where the
gay.
fuck movie
It's
was
wild,
this?
dude.
How long? Wait, what was it called?
I'll look it up.
Spade watched it and was like taking.
I was like taking videos, sending them to my friends.
The Cockbook.
Close.
That was the
The
best
Pro,
I got
the
from the
Pro.
start. From the start, that was the best I got. What was that? Mead. Oh, I don't remember that. Oh, all right. Yeah, fair. Well, that's why we're up here and you're there. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Just kidding. Just joshing.
That was a joke.
Ooh.
What was the movie like when you watched this? What did it say it was about?
Two gay guys.
Just a gay guy just slowly
I just
forgetting
watched like 3
everything.
movies on dementia. Dude, Anthony Hopkins is in one called The Father, and he's like, he gets so whacked out, he's like, is my mummy going to come and visit me? My mummy? Can I see my mummy? I need my mummy. Dude, it's
What's
the
he talking?
funniest
Oh, is
shit.
that what he won Best Actor for?
Maybe this year, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He
I-
won.
I-
that
I
was the
hope
one.
he won.
Wasn't that funny? Everybody was because it was all the white liberals were trying to like they're like it's time Chadwick Boseman.
Yep.
And then they're like once again Anthony Hopkins
Dude, he's the best.
for a movie that literally no one
Nobody
fucking
saw.
even heard about once.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
it was
ga-
just him
the
being
gayest
gay,
movie
like-
ever made is Supernova. Supernova. This
Supernova.
is the gayest movie ever made.
That's the one with the guys like forgetting everything.
Starts out with 2 gay guys spooning. It's hilarious.
All right. You mean literally the gayest movie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like just the gayest movie.
No.
You mean this is homosexuality?
Riddled.
It's like, yeah. Also, too, I was wondering if gay dudes finger each other. But I
Yes,
thought that
of
was
course.
hilarious.
Yes.
Definitely.
I would think so.
Have you
Fingering's-
fingered a butthole?
It's like a weird
Yeah.
shower thought.
It's
you
the
know what I
best.
mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm not asking you.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just,
I
it's
mean, like the way
rhetorical.
that you do to a girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the best thing you can do is finger a butthole, especially while your penis is in there. And you
Yeah,
try to
that's-
touch your own penis.
Yeah, I love that.
Woo! Damn, stepdad.
Stepdaddy. Dude, I mean, I will say that's
For real though, when I got my stepmom and she wasn't hot, I was bummed. Just throwing it out there.
True. Yeah, that would be a real
Stepsister, though?
bummer.
True. I mean,
Woo!
yeah.
Not
true.
related.
Cheers.
I mean, that's the least you can do
I tried.
is bring home a
I
dime
had
piece
to
for your
try.
kids, dude. Bring home a dime piece for your
And
teenage
just be like,
sons.
You
dig
check it-
in, boys.
Chuck a stepsister at me at 20. I have to try.
Heard that.
I have to.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
No. You did what was right.
Yeah, I did what was right.
You tossed a bite.
Got denied. Not gonna lie.
It doesn't work out like it does in the movies.
Any single ladies in the house tonight?
First of all, you're right though. If I was ever put in
Yes.
that type of situation, I'd cross the line.
Obviously.
Yeah.
At 20
You'd
years
go
old,
there,
at
bro.
20 years old,
Bro.
you're not straight if you don't cross the line.
Man, when I was
Come on,
20,
let's try out a new try out my new mattress.
yeah. She was
well,
asking.
yeah.
She was
She
literally
crossed the
asking.
line, yeah.
She crossed the line. When I was 20, I was looking at the family dog.
That's all you had.
Yeah.
That's on the table.
No, I'm just joking.
I used to deal with the
He was a guy
cartoon
dog,
Robin
dude.
Hood.
I'm not gay.
The what?
Cartoon Robin Hood?
What about? Oh, you talking about the fox?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
She
we
used to
retracted
fuck
any
me up.
cartoon
Just talking about
characters.
that the other day.
Who was Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit.
That late
That was an
Jessica
actual
Rabbit?
human though.
Yeah, it was a human cartoon with giant tits.
Okay, so that actually
Understand.
was not a rabbit.
Lola Rabbit.
Oh,
Lola
I'm
Bunny.
thinking of the girl rabbit from.
Space Jam. Lola
No,
Bunny.
well,
The
she's hot.
whore.
I'm thinking about. I'm going all the way back to Bambi. Didn't Bambi have a girl rabbit?
Baby had, yes.
It's hard for me to
Thumper
get
had those,
When I
had
was,
those
like,
fucking
7
eyes, dude. I was when I was
When
like,
I was 7,
Thumper?
I was like genuinely attracted to that bunny from Bambi. I was that bunny's
It was
hot
designed.
as fuck.
It was designed to make you hard as a young boy.
It worked.
Seriously was. It's kind of weird.
Dude, Disney's a
And then they
pervert
kinda
fucking.
make
It's a
Lola
pervert movie
sexual.
station.
Yeah.
They make those movies that get kids
I'm not with
fucking
that.
hard, dude. Dude, they got
Dude, I
caught
used to
throwing in like
carry-
sex
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to carry around my Little Mermaid VHS,
Oh my
and I
God,
took
this
it
is
to people.
gross, dude.
I took it to people's houses.
show people the dog?
Yo, get this. I took this to people's houses before I knew what like boners were, but I knew what I was doing.
Sure.
I would be like, "Can I put my movie on?" I'd go in, put it in. I'd
this
lay
is-
down. I'd lay down in front of the carpet and just start
Dick
humping
down.
the ground.
You're a pressure player.
Oh, big time, always.
Wait, to other people's houses?
Like to my grandma's house.
You'd be like,
"Can I
"Hey,
put my
can we
movie in?"
It's like
toss
a
this
dog
on?"
when it starts scooting around the fucking. Get the fuck
I would just lay in front of the TV and just hump.
Damn. How about when they're singing, you kiss the girl like, you know you want her.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
Just kiss the girl.
Sebastian is
That's a horny song, by the way.
That whole thing's horned up.
Yeah, the whole thing's
The Little
fun.
Mermaid's
True.
hot.
It's erotic as fuck.
What about your home turf?
What do you mean?
Your home turf for the Little Mermaid. Different scene or
What are you talking about? My house?
yeah.
I mean,
Wait, what?
what? I don't
The
know.
hell
Oh,
you
you
gotta
had to take the,
He's got a piece of information
Yeah,
he's
what
trying
are
to
you getting-
pry
you had
out
to
of
take
him.
the rug was all jammed.
No, that's way later.
Jizzed on the rug so
way
much
later.
it was
Well,
fucked up.
to be
Dude,
fair,
I fucking destroyed my parents' house.
That's
With-
it. That,
with
jizz all
that-
over?
that is understandable because when you're that young and you're blowing loads on the carpet, like, all right, disappeared. Fucking
Yeah.
rub it in with
you
your foot.
think
like,
that,
all
you
right,
think that, dude? I did the same
Dude,
thing.
my stepsister-
Bud, you're not alone.
Navy
My
blue
stepsister
carpet's
moved into
kinda
my
shows.
room and said, "What's wrong with the rugs?" I slept on the floor from ages 9 to 15 with my grandmother in the house. She said she used
don't
to
know
do the
horny, dude.
Yeah, she used to do the rosary and say novenas every night, and I just slept in a sleeping bag.
like a fucking gremlin.
Yeah, my sleeping bag was crusted, dude.
It was like a crystal cave.
Just
Yeah,
sinning in
dude.
a fucking sleeping
And
bag.
I wonder why my dad hates me. And he walked in the morning. He would walk in my room to wake me up, and he would just kick me. I was in a sleeping bag. He would just kick me.
Yeah, he didn't want to touch you.
He'd
He's a
probably
fucking
kick you.
jizz burrito on the floor. Oh my god!
He would
dude.
probably kick
cum
you.
dust.
Exactly. It would just it'd be particulate cum
Yeah.
just in the
Holy
air.
Just
shit,
smell
dude.
like
Yeah.
chlorine every time he
Oh,
unzips.
yeah.
Aw.
I've
I
never,
mean, that's his error. For the, to be real.
I've never heard an audible gasp at one of our shows.
Who gasped?
During the carpet part, there was like a literal like
Yeah. I mean, dude, think of the
knocked the wind out of all these fucking weird perverts.
think of the cost of recarpeting 2 rooms.
Oh, they had to recarpet him because of that.
It's a few G's because of your horniness.
Dude, I ruined a
I'm not
rug
bragging.
in high school. I thought the same thing. I thought cum just disappeared in a rug.
Yeah, you should go.
Does
you
not.
upgrade to a wet towel.
Stays
this'll
forever.
fix it.
Yeah, it's a
Why are you
small.
guys jizzing on the floor?
So I was.
Animals do.
I had to, bro.
Yeah,
I never jizzed on the floor.
We're very close
Because
to
I
feral.
I'm in the heat of the moment, dude.
Yeah, dude,
I always-
exactly.
That's
on the
gross.
bell?
Upon my belly.
Well, I was
Pause.
having intercourse.
Pause with
Yo,
that.
I like that.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I don't do that.
Paul, you
That's fine.
Here, come on yourself.
Make your mom clean up your cum like
Don't
a
respect
fucking
yourself at
weirdo.
all.
If I don't come on myself, I
Make
don't
your
feel like I
mom
did
get on
it.
her hands and
disappears,
knees
dude.
and scrub your cum out, you weirdo.
She had
part of
to
the-
freak
part
out
of the
on
job.
those guys.
Quit jizzing on the goddamn rug.
Dude, the one I hit was it was one of those like non-nappy area rugs. It was like my high school girlfriend's house.
Nice.
And it was her mom. I was in there and her mom was like, what the hell? And she was like hitting it and messing with it. And I was just like,
Trying to see if it's.
Oh, lady. It was,
absolutely cum-shaped stain.
It was a
You know
landmine.
cum. It's like
Yeah.
Like if you were to give me the Rorschach ink blot test, I'd be like, that's cum. That's a
every
fucking-
time.
That's a cum.
You're the first, every Rorschach, you're just like, cum?
Cum.
He's like,
That's
okay, we're going to try this
It's
again.
a 4-day load right there.
Cum?
But yeah.
All right, guys, let's knock it
let's
off
switch
with the
gears. Let's
pervert
switch
stuff.
gears. Yeah, let's switch gears.
These people didn't pay to hear us talk about cum.
I mean, you got to know about that. Coming on a rug is,
Yeah.
What'd you think about the battlefield today, Matt?
Yeah, that's also cool.
dude.
Yeah,
we went,
it's
so we
time,
went
it's time for the
Antietam.
Civil War
True.
part. Sacred ground is exactly right.
Absolutely. Yeah, we went to Antietam. I bought an eyeglass. That was telescoping eyeglass.
That was pretty cool.
Came in handy.
I was happy for
I
you.
read one of the monuments from the car. We
You
couldn't
did.
really see.
And then I pretended I could read it
Yeah, that was
after you said that.
it's kind of bothering me.
It was really funny. I couldn't read that at all. He looked at his spyglass and he's like, "Oh, that's a Maryland monument over there. I wouldn't have seen it." I was like, "Yeah, I can see that."
Kill me.
Just to try to ruin
Kill me. I
the
spent
fact that he
30
bought a
bucks on this thing,
spyglass.
dude.
Yeah. And then I made up what I could read underneath it. Damn, you didn't know I was lying?
I thought you were.
I'm a good thespian.
You are a good thespian.
I was just like, what's it say
I
underneath?
thought you were lying.
12 officers, 12th Corps,
Yeah, dude.
Maryland. Yeah, that's what it says. And he was just like, God damn, you can see that for me? Yeah, no, fuck.
Getting old, dude.
yeah,
That's
I mean, you're not
close to
going to call
stealing
me out.
valor.
Huh?
Like doing something like that.
Stealing sight valor?
Doing Sight Valor, yeah.
No,
About 12 people
the
died, I think.
Antietam was tight, man. We did a little tour. We went
Antietam
through
ruled.
Antietam. It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing parkour.
That's
Matt did do.
disrespectful. That is
Yes,
I mean,
dude,
disrespectful as fuck.
I was actually fuming.
I'm fuming.
What? What are you talking
You're
about?
like a
Dude,
badass
Matt.
6th grader in Heelys doing
What?
something like that.
Well, we
Yeah,
bought.
I
I was
yeah.
doing. It was, dude. It was a
Matt
par. It was
doesn't-
a.
yeah.
It was a par tour.
Confederate
This shit could start right
monuments?
now, man.
It was a par tour.
It was a partour, which
there
did.
was- there was-
I
there
was
was-
trying so hard not to like. All right, so Matt kept doing every time I'd approach a monument with the reverence that it deserves.
Obviously.
I would, and then Matt would jump off of it and do parkour
Dude, I did
around
a method,
me.
Yeah, I did
and then
a
he
method
said
grab.
it's a partour. And I was trying so hard not to laugh. It got me.
Well,
He
dude,
broke me.
there was one. It's called the like Death Gulch. What was that thing called? The
Bloody Lane.
Bloody Lane.
Yeah.
It was set up exactly like a half pipe. I had to shred it. I was fucking.
He did shred the
Yeah,
Bloody
that-
Lane,
that
but
coming up as a skater, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Different.
know.
You didn't skate.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
not
see.
a-
I don't
I
see
could
the
probably,
lanes.
I could probably hit.
I was
Yeah.
I was a
I'm not-
border
I
and a
don't see the
blader.
lanes.
I was a border and a blader. But to be, and I also, as a young child, I ripped my groin doing a 720 off a couch.
You did a 720?
I just played Cool Borders 2 for about, I'd say, 7 hours.
With the alien or without the alien?
The alien, obviously.
Obviously, okay.
So
You ripped a
I ripped
720.
a 720 off my friend's couch and ripped my groin. And then what happened of that was I ended up in the emergency room. My dad saw my penis, dude. I was
No.
There's
Yeah.
nothing smaller than hospital. Like if you
hospital
have a
bird,
hospital
dude,
down-
ripped groin hospital bird, and they took
Small,
my
bro.
pants off.
Dr. Penis is some of the worst penis possible.
Oh, it's crazy. They have to know that. They
You have to get your
add.
penis
Dude,
checked
when I got
out.
my
It's
knee
just
surgery, it was like a dead goldfish. And
That's not bad.
These fucking
That's not
guys,
bad.
when he fell, they made him rip his clothes
they,
off.
they made me and
Stone
dude,
sober in
it
front of
was-
a bunch of nurses.
It was like lax.
Oh
it
my
was lax
God.
bros.
Yeah, you like had like you fell like how
it's a
far?
bunch of Stanford grads. Like,
There
no
was
tough.
nurses. There was nurses, right? And I didn't want to. They were like, "We're gonna cut your clothes off. These are my only clothes." I know I'm shrimped to the max because I have
Shit.
brain damage.
How far did you just fall? Though?
I have 25 feet onto
Yeah,
metal.
fell 25
I have
feet.
brain damage.
Yeah,
These chicks are
Might
smoking.
have made him
fell-
stronger,
you fell off a-
honestly. Might have made him
you
stronger.
fell off a scaffolding.
Yeah, I fell off.
I have brain
25 feet. You come back up. You come back into consciousness.
These-
You go, no. Let me work it up a little. Let me work it up a
Yeah,
little.
for real. These 4 dudes roll up on me. They're like, "Yo, bro, we're gonna cut him off. It doesn't matter." They're like, "Dude, it doesn't matter." They're telling me
It
doesn't
matters,
matter.
bro.
They
You know it
know.
fucking
They know.
matters.
Yeah, if you're saying it, obviously it
Dude,
matters.
dude. It was the worst fucking thing. I had to lay down on a cold metal table as these dudes bullshitted.
That's a bird shrinking table. That's bird shrinking
Yeah,
table.
Designed,
It's
yeah.
meant for small pieces.
They can't
Pussy
put
ass
you in a hot
doctors.
tub. They can't put
Yeah.
you in a hot tub.
Pussy doctors designed those tables
Yeah.
to make other guys look like they have small
True.
dicks.
So they
And
can
I'll be
roll around
honest,
in
if I was
scrubs.
designing tables that I knew I was going to make other men sit on,
warm.
Cold metal.
no,
table.
I'd make them as cold as possible. And I'd
True.
go, look at your small penis.
Yeah.
And I would make a cool, funny doctor joke. I'd grab their balls and be like, oh, yeah, a bit of a small penis. Oh, it looks like you're suffering from a very tiny cock. No, that's just a joke we play here. You're fine. You're fat as hell, though.
Yeah, dude. You're always
So
wearing
you've
like.
had surgery.
Yeah. So you go in there. You've got
That's tough to do sober.
You've got to, what?
Just expose yourself to 6 nurses. Like, all right.
Well, for some guys, it's not. They're kind of
Huh?
into it. But.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But yeah, you had a cut. You had a show bird.
I just showed Bird in front of like.
Why were there so many?
And you had to
Who's
rip.
your boy?
You had to
Francis,
Hulk.
Francis.
Yes.
Francis Ellis.
You love Francis Ellis.
I love Francis Ellis.
He loves Francis.
Who's that?
So-
What are you talking about?
The dude
My
who
one boy
did the
Francis.
podcast.
Oh, yes.
Right. Oh, Francis. Right.
Imagine
yes.
like
They're
4
talking
of
about
those
Civil War
dudes
guy.
standing over
Oh,
your,
my God.
your bird.
He's got yeah.
My bird's on the side.
Well, that's
That's not bad.
honestly true. The fact that it can even bend down and fall.
Yeah, you're kind of bragging.
Pretty good.
I think you're kind of bragging right
I've
now.
run
to be
into some
honest.
That's a weird
penises
brag.
that are straight up, dude. Straight up.
Straight up now. Tell me.
Yeah, dude. I've run into some rough penises. That's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
just-
If
You
mine's
has
flopping to the
play.
side, I'm like, oh, I got to take a picture of this.
Yeah.
I got to send
So you
this
got,
out.
you had a flop going.
All right, so
Yeah,
continue with your brag.
you're
dude. I
getting.
mean,
So
what
you're
the fuck
getting.
is
All right,
this?
so
you're
you're
getting
incredible Hulked. You Hulkamania'd out. You ripped your clothes off. Your
So
big fat
I got
floppy dick was
some dude
hanging
like
off.
Francis, and he's like, just count down to 8, dude. It's no big deal. They start bullshitting about something else. I look at my dick, and then I fucking pass out.
What the hell?
Yeah. It was that big.
No,
Not bad.
no, you've got a big penis. Yeah,
dude for fucking almost
Dude,
dying. That's a
that
decent penis.
chilling? What the hell?
To the side. To the side.
What are you?
No,
I'm getting,
hold on.
yeah, I'm getting
Yeah, but the
complaints
girth,
about
though,
that.
He's leaving out
Chilling
the girth.
that?
He's leaving out the
Wide?
girth. He's leaving
Give
out the
me
girth.
that.
He's leaving out the girth, dude.
So sad.
Stepdad,
So sad.
you're taking that. Hell yeah, bro.
He's leaving out the girth. Yeah.
And this, yeah, and he's built like you
He's a
guys
girth
said.
worm.
He's a girth
Built
worm.
like a hockey puck, this guy.
This guy's cock is huge and thick as hell. Horny
Those
as fuck.
doctors were probably like, "Yo, bro, don't like, holy fucking shit." They probably injected you with something.
Yo, you have to
knocked
put your
out.
clothes back on, dude. It's a weird surgery. You've never heard of it.
Yeah, they were probably, dude. You know what's nice to know? That your cock is so big that all those Francises, all those dudes that went to Harvard and fucking Johns Hopkins standing
Sure.
around you while you were bloodied in your battered rags, tattered rags, and then they unearthed that fucking thick ass.
I mean, I've
dick.
seen black dudes, dude. It's not that
No,
big.
no, no. But then but you're white. So all these Francises were like, I went to Harvard and I've studied, and then they
That's not how
saw
he
the
talks. Don't do
working
that to
man's
him.
cock
Don't do that to him.
on the
hell?
table.
Don't do that
and
to
there's
Francis.
nothing they could do to take that away from you. They looked down and they said, my word. This man's cock is huge. Given the circumstances, his cock is still flopped.
They know the math too. They know.
They know the white cock math.
It's 63 degrees in here.
That's what
How's his
sacred.
cock flopped?
That's what sacred geometry is.
This crowd has checked out, dude. It's so funny.
Well, it's a live podcast.
I know. It's just
But-
funny.
We can do better.
Order another round.
We can do better.
Each one of you order a shot. We'll do a shot. You guys want to do a
Yeah,
shot?
let's lively up the crowd.
You guys are gay. You guys won't.
What are you guys?
I bet you will. All right. What type of shot are we doing?
What are you guys into right now?
No, dude. We're not doing heroin.
What the fuck?
So much. We can talk about my
I bet we could get the whole crowd to order a shot of
My theory.
tequila. That'd be fun.
girls.
Not Fireball. Fireball
grade.
sucks. Tequila. All right. Just everybody order a shot, and we'll do a shot
I
here
don't
coming
need
in a
tequila
minute.
At all, dude.
It'll be fun. I'm not paying for it, dude. It's just a nice treat for you guys. Fucking pay for it. Shut up. Give us a discount on the shots that we're all going to do, please. Go back to Andrew and run it by him and say I asked for the entire crowd to do a
Yeah,
shot.
if you got to water him down.
And then
we'll-
and see if he's Jewish. He's going to be like, yes, this is a good deal. So now you all have to do a shot, and hopefully some of you crash. Hopefully some of you crash your cars and die in fire. Think that's not funny or something? You two give me that horse face bullshit for, dude.
Giving your horse a
Why the long face, Bill?
Stop it.
Yeah, the show's not going well. I'm going to start turning on people.
Stop it. You are getting nasty, Shane.
I understand, dude.
All right, that's all right.
The show's
Trying to think,
not.
what else
wanna
is
talk
up?
about my
Oh,
theory?
dude. So, Sydney actually hit me to this, and do you know the person? You know the movie Juno?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't know about this?
Well, did you know about like the ab implants and shit?
Yes.
She's ripped.
She looks exactly like fucking Pete Davidson.
Oh, is that chick that trans?
Yes.
She got ab implants?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's,
Get
it's,
those?
it's
I'd
terrifying.
never do
ab implants.
that. No.
You would never?
No.
It'd be fucking
She basically
tight if I
I'm
did.
saying she basically appropriated my body type, dude.
Seriously.
She appropriated your abs.
1% body
My
fat.
future
beast.
body type. My future body type.
Yeah, future, dude,
It's
future.
kind of ridiculous. She just stole it.
Yeah.
Talking about stealing valor, dude. I'm gonna be a bro. You got to
Well,
work
dude,
your way
they
up from the bottom.
get dick transplants.
You worked
They can
hard
pick
for that
whatever
body.
size
Oh
they want.
yeah, dude.
Did you
Their
know
dick,
that?
their
Wait,
dick
hold up.
They get
transplants are
skin grafts
obscene.
off their fucking thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Whatever
oh,
size dick
all
you
right,
want.
all right.
It should be all your uncles line up, and you
Yes.
just do a randomized thing and pick which one it is.
True.
It should
That
just
is-
be a fucking pinwheel of all your uncles. Spin it, and whatever uncle you get, that's your dick.
That
You should
is-
not be able to choose a weapon.
Bro?
That's bullshit.
Bill,
Bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's all right.
It's probably
we-
what God does.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. We can all agree that's
What?
the most important. All right, as far as the transgender conversation that this country is going through,
Yes.
I think this is the most important thing I've
Yes,
heard,
easily.
which was Bill's idea of cocks and cock sizes.
Yes.
Because now,
And they lack definition.
fellas, if somebody's just going to decide their cock,
Yeah, give me.
we
12.
can't have that.
You have to feel our pain.
This needs to be fair.
What's
You need
like
to
the
spin the
biggest-
wheel.
What do they max you out at though?
Whatever you want.
No, there's got to be like a
Swear to
biological
God.
max.
Probably femur.
Yeah.
If it's
You probably get the
if they're
tough
taking
skin
it off
on
the
your
thigh,
knee.
dude.
True. Yeah.
You can get a fucking unit.
Well, how do they make like a bulbous mushroom tip out of your thigh meat?
They don't. There's no
Is it
definition.
lip? What?
There's no definition, dude.
What are you talking about?
It's just a fucking.
It's just like a
shape.
log?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an
like a Lincoln
anime
log.
dick.
Shape.
It's like an anime dick.
Yeah.
Did anybody order shots? Order them, dude.
Hold on. So wait, you're talking. They don't have a head.
The
they
waitresses
just have
are going
like
to come
a-
around.
Dude, they
Order
don't
'em.
have fucking heads, dude. It's just skin, bro.
It's like a futanari dick.
It's a futanari dick, dude. Get ready. You're gonna be living in a world of 9-inch trans dicks.
That's
Why
fine.
does he have to?
Huh?
Are we all?
I mean, we all do, but
We're all headed down the tube dick.
we're all. This is
All
coming.
headed to tube dick hell. Did anybody here buy this ticket not knowing it was a podcast? Every once in a while that happens, and it's very funny. They're like, "Oh, Saturday night, we'll go to the late comedy show."
Yeah.
Little did they know it was four dudes talking about cock.
We can talk about whatever you want.
The cock.
No, that's actually a pretty good thing. I didn't know they didn't have tips. I thought they
They
gave
do.
them that
They
thing.
kind of do. I mean, dude, I'll show you some pictures.
All right, show me. Look, pull them up.
I actually have never looked at the pictures. I'd like to see.
I have
the
no
pictures.
idea. I'm absolutely. I just want to know.
Post op.
My new brothers, dude. I want to welcome them back. I want to see what they're working
Welcome into
Yeah.
the fold.
with. Welcome, bros.
The way
First
it
things
looks,
first. We say funny stuff to each other.
Oh hell yeah!
Are you a guy? Well, behind closed doors, we're gonna goof.
Yeah, we're gonna goof around.
If you've got a dick, we're goofing.
Yeah, be like, look, I might fuck around and grab your ass, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're bros now.
I might hold you down.
We're bros.
Now that you're a guy, if you get raped, it's funny.
Dude, where do you stand on the line of like people freak out about like trans women athletes, like dudes who became excellent athletes, athletic women. Where do you get mad when they dominate sports, or do you celebrate them?
Celebrate.
I celebrate them.
If a trans,
Like when the trans woman
an-
like beats
a
the fuck out
F
of
to
like
M,
That's fucking awesome.
yeah.
if an F to M stepped to me,
No, I'm not talking about you.
I'd like to beat the hell out of him. All right, just
I mean-
in a sporting event.
Oh, of course.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm talking about. If
That's
she
what I-
showed up and we were golfing, I'd put hands on her.
That's what I'm. No, that's a good point because it's like I'm curious because I don't think like biological sex isn't even real. Gender. is
Yeah,
just-
Yeah, that's
Right.
all
Like,
fucking.
So
fair.
what I'm waiting for is for F to M trans to start dominating male sports, just like
Yeah,
M
it's
to F
coming.
trans
The
is
Packers. I think it was the Vikings. They just got their first.
punter. It's gotta be
No, quarterback.
quarterback. F to
It's a
M
female that transitioned to a male, and she's starting quarterback.
Shut the fuck
trans.
up.
Fuck out of here.
Sorry, fellas. No, of course that's made up. That'll literally never happen.
That's why.
Ever. Don't hold your breath.
I don't know though, man. Because how would that work though? Because then they're automatically disqualified from sports because they'll test positive for steroids. That's unfair.
I think all athletes should take steroids.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that'd be sick. It'd be like NFL
I think-
Blitz.
I think we
all
NFL
shit,
Blitz.
no breaks.
They should be able to hit after the whistle.
Yes.
Yes.
Blitz
If they
the
want.
League was fucking sick.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
was?
we're
Blitz
do-
the league?
This is how the
Remember you could
XFL
inject your
started.
player
This is
with
how the
steroids?
XFL
Yeah,
started.
Ron Mexico.
What?
Ron Mexico.
Obviously. Okay.
Yes, Michael Vick. Ron
We're like the
Mexico.
same person. Dude.
We're pretty much the same guy.
What?
Nothing.
Dude, you guys, they're asking if you guys want a shot.
Yes.
Not at all.
Nah.
I don't need that.
4.
Party Boy Shane can take one.
I'm the only one that's going to do it. I just asked all these people to join us with one.
I got it.
All right.
I'll do it with you guys.
Yes.
I'll do it with
All
you
right.
guys. I'll do it with you guys.
Can I get 3? You want a shot? Do a shot of
I'll
tequila.
do whatever it takes, man.
All right,
I'm
can I
get
sorry
4
this
shots of
sucks.
tequila?
Sorry,
Yeah.
this is bombing.
It's not bombing at all, dude.
It's not my fault.
All right,
Yeah,
are
this
you
thing's
guys
going.
having like fun? Like, how much fun do you guys want to have? You don't need to have that much fun. Yeah. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if you guys were like, "I'm not having enough fun." It's like that's kind of on you guys.
You guys
Yeah.
really?
No,
like
this
that?
is fun.
Yeah.
No, it's on you.
I think if the
No.
whole crowd does a shot here in the next 20 minutes, I think the rest of the show will be nuts.
True.
Be a real wild time.
I think it's going to give it a little pep.
Well, I honestly think we should open it up to see if anyone has any sort of.
Oh, any
question.
type of questions?
Yeah.
You want to open it up to the Q&A?
Yeah, you want to. You going to the bathroom, dude?
He's had too many white. No, don't. Come on, man. He said too many seltzers. Yeah, hell yeah. That guy
Hell yeah.
looks like an. You look like if carpet semen turned into an Amish.
It grew.
Carpet semen got struck by lightning and turned into an Amish man.
It's good, bro. It's good, bro.
He was a safety though. There's plenty of white safeties still kicking around. No. Corners. No, there's no. Jason Sehorn was the last one. He died in 9/11.
Did he really?
That's what 9/11. A lot of people don't know this.
What?
9/11 was about Al Qaeda hated white corners. There was only one white corner left, and he played in New York. That's where they struck. They just said, "Oh, there was not a good white
Wait,
white corner, not
He died
very
in
negligible, not very good."
that guy.
I don't know why Al
really died in
Qaeda's
9/11?
Japanese. Not a good white corner.
They're kamikazes.
Yeah, true. They were kamikazes. That actually does make sense. Thank you,
I'm a genius.
Spud Dog with the fucking hammer.
True.
Jason Sehorn did not die in 9/11, but the last white corner was around 9/11.
I got
There's
you.
never been a white corner since.
He.
Who?
He's
No, I know, but
done.
that's the last one. That was 02. He's the last. We got running backs. No. Chill. Chill with this Wii stuff. What do you have,
Yeah.
a mouse in your pocket?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
White corners don't exist, and that's fine.
And it's okay, man.
That's how things work. We can't run backwards fast. And we just have to get used to that.
Our hips don't really open up like that.
That's fine. Although I think it's unreasonable. Yes, Billy's going to want that. Oh, is that a shot of water? You snuck one in for him, you motherfucker.
Nah, I don't know.
Ew, you sissy. You didn't like that alcohol? Oh, you've never done a shot.
Sissy time, sissy time.
I drink algae. What, did you already do it?
No,
No, dude.
We were waiting for you. We were actually, I was
I drink
kind of,
algae every morning.
I was going to wait for the crowd to get their shots.
I don't think they're all.
But anyway,
getting
it
one. I don't
doesn't
think-
matter.
I think the owner denied that request.
The owner, who cares? Whatever, fuck it. Look, it's gay anyway that I wanted you guys all to do a shot with us. I was
I
just
think it's
trying
pretty
to.
cool.
Not
I was
really.
just
It's
trying
kind
to
of cool. Like, we'll all be friends.
I thought it was gonna be a fun thing with
It's
that all of us
it's like
could.
they'll all be friends, and then there's girls here, and they'd be having a good time too.
thought
So
we
could
we
all-
shag,
Yeah.
whatever.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, for real.
Does anybody else? Does any ladies have any questions?
Yeah.
They already answered all the questions.
Table 9. Would you ever consider it hot if a man took you home and he said, "I'd like to kill you and eat you"? Would that ever arouse any part of you?
Right on. Right on. Thank
Probably
you.
not. They're saying, yeah.
They're
They
all
said no.
They're all silently going, "No, no, please leave us
Anybody
alone."
cool with toenail fungus?
What? With what?
All right, Spud.
Anybody cool with toenail fungus? How about mental illness? Anyone?
Well, mental illness
this
is
is
hot
not
right
gonna
now.
Yeah,
help
it's
us.
so
Mental
hot.
How
illness
right
is
now.
about
hot right
rampant
now.
use of psychedelics?
All right,
Anybody?
dude, just,
Dude,
what, are you trying to ruin
Yeah.
this thing? We're trying to get you some
come on,
pussy.
man. Jeez.
He's
And
the
he-
funniest guy in the world.
He's
Chronic
one of the funniest,
masturbator.
hottest, cutest dudes.
Hot
He
as
is
fuck.
cute as hell, though. That's
Yeah,
the
he's
thing.
dude.
Spud does have a giant dick, and he's cute as hell. And god damn, what a loyal motherfucker this kid is. Any of you dumb bitches would be lucky. You'd be fucking lucky. All right, just know that. Any other questions?
I don't think anyone asked anything.
I know
It's a good Q&A.
it's the best Q&A. Guy was like, "I'm pretty sure the yeah, Jason Sehorn was white." And I was like, 9/11 happened. Can we all agree the Pentagon definitely didn't get hit with the plane?
No, it did. It did.
It did? Really?
Oh yeah,
It did or did not?
it did.
It did.
Yeah,
Can we agree that Flight 93 was shot down?
sure.
I
Let's
like
talk
this
about the 28 pages, dude.
of
Let's talk about who did it.
who did it.
Dude,
Legit.
if we are in Maryland, that is pretty close to
Yeah, you're
Washington,
opening up a can,
D.C.
you're opening up a
I
can
heard.
of worms. dude.
I heard the crowd respond. Who did it? Chill.
He knows, but we're
But
in
I will
Maryland,
say-
which is close to D.C., which
Never
is close to Virginia. That's
And
cool.
anyway, anyone with problems with toenail fungus or moles?
First of all, it's not. First of all, I go through this all the time. It's not toenail fungus. It's toe jam. It's just the stuff accumulated
And
from your
Earl.
socks. It comes right out.
It happens when you get like a ton of money and then like fucking,
Yeah.
it just
Can I get two more? Can I get two more Bud Lights? Staff.
I miss my dog. My dog died this year.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go. That's good stuff.
you
My
go.
dad. You know what's funny? I was talking about this. My dog died. Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. That's what we called him, and he died.
Really?
Yes, he died, and then my dad buried him in the backyard after
Like
he
a
died.
man.
It was a
My
black
dad's
lab.
Like a
yes,
man.
you do.
It was a big ass fucking black lab. It was Shaquille O'Neal, dude. He was the best. It had nothing to do with the black part of the Labrador.
big dog.
It could have been a golden lab, and we would have called him Porzingis. But it was a black lab, so we called him Shaq. And I think it's the best way to get over a dog is to dig its grave.
Oh yeah.
By hand?
Because while you're digging it, you're just like, dude, I mean, as sad as I am, this is such like a hassle.
Yeah.
And then finally, and then you go back to your car, and the dog has stiffened.
How long does it take to
And you
stiffen?
got to pretty quick. I mean, about as long as it takes to dig a hole enough to bury a 100-pound black lab. And then you go back to the backseat of your car, and you've got a stiff. There's something about Mary dog, and you got to carry it back.
Did you have to extend the hole because its legs were
And
probably
its
stuck
legs
out?
break as
Did
you
you- did
pull
you-
it out of your fucking Buick Rendezvous.
Sure.
It's a good car.
Yeah.
Its
good car
legs
if you have it.
shatter as you pull it out of the back of your Rendezvous.
That's my dad's like top shit. Is like when our dogs die, he loves to take them to the vet. Like when they're really sick, he takes them to the vet prematurely and tries to get them put down.
The parents
vets-
want to kill every
It's
pet.
crazy, dude. And then the vet's like, they still got a little life. He goes, hit him with the needle. They
It's
hit him with
over.
the needle. They
It's
get like
a-
pissed.
Yeah, they try to be tough. Parents
Yeah,
parents
man.
love to be like, yeah, I don't even care about this. And then the dog dies, and it's all they see it. You know when you're fuck, never mind.
What?
You know how when like your dog dies, you see it still. Like
Yeah.
you're like that's where he used to sit.
Yeah.
That's what they experience. The same parents that are like, yeah, kill it. I don't even care. Then they come back to your house and like he used to sit on the landing right there by the steps. That's all. That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, my dad was pretty into. He would like bury
Jack
our
Dawson.
dogs pretty swiftly, and only like we would just like whatever. my one little sister freaked out, and he was like, he put like a little chair up there for her. He's like, go up there and cry. I don't want to hear this shit.
Oh, really? Your dad was Amish. That's probably why you hate the Amish.
I don't hate the Amish. I don't hate the Amish. I'm just tactically planning because if the economy falters, they have a lot of natural resources, a lot of land.
I promise you're not coming near those boys.
Are you serious?
You?
Dude?
You're getting
Me?
mowed down.
Dude, they literally have like AKs. They sell drugs.
Bro.
A lot of them do, yeah.
The
But,
Amish-
Just
but
be
dude,
real with yourself. There's no shot.
You
Yeah.
you don't think I could take an Amish
You
farm?
couldn't.
You have
You
a
couldn't
gluten
take
allergy.
them.
They'll
You get
run
knocked
through
out.
They'll run through
They
you.
throw
They're not
bread
gonna run
at
through
you.
me. What?
It hit you with loaves.
They run on
If
bread,
they
bro.
like this guy's coming. He has a what? He's
Dude,
allergic
if I-
to bread.
They
if I-
invented sourdough, bro.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Damaged him.
Fucking punch him in the face.
Here's the
Let
thing.
me shoot him.
I could get a drone. I could fly over them,
You-
and surveil
you
them.
can't-
for a
They'll
while.
shoot it down.
They're not gonna shoot that down.
They can
They'll be
shoot
like
that
the
down,
Night
no
King.
problem.
I'll buy another one, dude. I'll buy another one.
Okay.
You map out
I
the
think
farm.
the English had this strategy and it
Yeah,
did not work.
Didn't work.
What?
Amish are the most 1776 motherfuckers on the
True.
planet, dude.
Dude, you can,
I could
there's
take
nothing
a
you can
farm, dude.
You
do. You
couldn't.
could not.
If I was out,
You
dude,
get
if I was
mauled
out in the
by
field with
dogs.
electric
You
technology,
couldn't start a farm by yourself.
Yeah.
I could take one.
You
I'm
couldn't
saying.
take a
I
farm.
don't
I
think
could
you could
take
beat
one.
up
You
an
could.
Amish child.
An Amish,
Yes, I could.
An
dude.
Amish
They're
teenager.
motherfuckers.
Dude, there's
Dude,
An Amish
Yo,
teenager
an Amish
fight to the death.
10-year-old,
I would fight
10-year-old.
dirty.
They would
dude. I would
grab you
fight
by
dirty.
your neck and like
Bro.
horse you around. Like,
No,
fuck
they
your
would.
life.
Have you ever
I'd
been
grab
around
them by
these
their
guys?
Stupid little haircut.
No.
Fucking.
They're bowl cuts, dude. At Notre Dame, there's Amish in Indiana and Ohio,
Yeah.
and they go on Rumspringa. And they go on. By the way, they go on Rumspringa for years. It's not just like one experience. They can stay on Rumspringa. But we were at Notre Dame tailgating, and for 2 years in a row, we tailgated with Amish that were on Rumspringa. Dude, these dudes, they're horses, and they're tiny. Some of them are tiny.
Yeah.
Bowl cuts, the strongest dudes on earth,
Yeah.
and they stink.
True.
Because they're not sure about deodorant yet or showers, but they're jacked as hell. And they, Matt, I mean, they would
They
wreck.
look like the
A
people.
la-
I
It would
used to
rain
draw.
hell on you.
laser-
A preteen
laser
Amish.
scope.
could
May I
wipe
have
you
a
out.
Bud Light?
Dude, a laser scope. A laser scope.
Staff, please.
Dude, I could go down there. I could tripwire the whole field. I'll just blow up their house.
Your head would get blown off.
Dude, if I could
Spud.
buy. So first of all, I could buy an armored truck and just run right into the front door.
You can't afford an armored truck.
I'll
Yeah,
give
I
you
can.
that.
I could buy an
Yeah,
old
for
Brinks
like
truck.
$150, you get like a decked out.
Yes.
F-250
Now
that's
Matt
bulletproof
finally
glass.
brought up a good point.
Pretty sure
Yes.
Alex Jones
You
has
could weld like armor to like just a shitty pickup truck
Yeah.
and crush them. Unbeknownst to them, you
But
could
they
destroy
are
their
live.
house.
That's what I'm saying. All
All right,
war
yeah.
is just advance of tech. I could go in there with advanced technology.
They bullshit
now-
about not
I
having
could
advanced
enlist men.
technology.
I
This
could
is-
enlist men. Like, you guys want to farm? Let's go take it.
This is how you just became like a terrorist.
Go ahead.
Like
Or
a lack,
Israel.
a lack of training
Yes.
and technology. You were just like, okay, worst case scenario, I just fucking run right into their shit. And that's it. Once you're like ill-equipped, you're just like, well, fuck it. I'll just explode their house.
True. That's where bombs come in. You're like, what other military options do I have?
All right, so they can beat me up. They have guns. They're stronger than me. All right, what if I just
Blow their house up.
drove my truck straight into a bunch of them? Then we'll see who wins this one.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny to see someone reach terrorism.
I'm saying it might come to that.
It might have to come to that.
it might come to that.
If these Amish keep fucking with you.
Exactly.
If they keep
Taunting
properly raising kids.
me. What?
You're saying they're
They're
stealing
kidnappers, dude.
But they're
They're
heroin
fucking
addicts fucked up.
kidnappers. They're kidnappers.
Could I please get yes.
Oh,
Oh, thank God you didn't fall. Oh man, how are you?
Dude, you spitting G?
No, I was not at all.
You spitting G?
I just said, how are you?
I don't
like a
know.
gentleman.
You
Now
seem
look-
kind of starstruck. No, I'm kidding.
Starstruck, yeah. Yo, chill, dude. My,
I know,
my
I know.
bitch
Your
is
fucking
here, dude.
girlfriend's
What are
here,
you,
I'm sorry.
fucking idiot?
Sorry. Maybe I'm projecting onto you.
You
I'm
are
projecting
projecting
onto
onto me.
you. I'm starstruck.
That's
Struck by
yours?
beauty.
I don't like that.
All right. Well, guys, we're getting close to the end of this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want.
If you don't want to, don't
We'll
do
keep
it.
going.
Don't do it.
I'll check
No,
the
no,
news
no.
and see what's
Let's
happening.
keep going. Let's keep going.
Oh, let's keep going on the podcast?
Yeah, we have to give them
I
like a
mean,
20, 30.
truthfully,
Let's make
honestly,
them laugh. I
this
mean,
podcast can go
that's
as
what's
long
up.
as we want, and
Yeah.
and you guys are welcome to leave at any moment. So if you ever feel like, all right, I've had enough tonight, that's fine. We're going to keep performing until about 3 or 4 in the morning.
Pink Floyd did stuff like this.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
we
give a
have to give a 20-minute notice for last call, but
Oh,
that's
okay, but we're gonna do a shot right now. If anybody got one,
Ugh.
nah, none of you did. You fucking gay. What? You don't want to do a shot?
I'll do it, but I
Man, Bill, for somebody as rough and tumble as you're afraid to do a little shot?
this doesn't make.
He's wearing jewelry.
It's an insurance policy, honestly.
All right,
What
well,
do you mean?
cheers,
Oh,
guys.
sure.
It's been fun. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Cheers.
Here.
Don't- literally, I
Cheers.
see you.
Come on, cheers,
Yeah,
bro. Cheers, bro.
I love you guys so much, dude. I hope we all die tonight, dude.
Seriously.
That's how much I love you guys.
What was that? What is that?
That's some of the worst. That's some of the worst warm tequila I've ever had in my life.
Now you got hot mouth. You gotta
Holy
pretend like
hell.
I don't need to throw up. You piece of shit. You
I'm
did
sorry,
this to
dude.
me.
And it was like a
I've been
big
taking
shot.
a shot at tequila like 3 fucking years.
You want a sip of beer?
You can only imagine what that tastes like on mushrooms too. You piece of shit.
I'm sorry. I had no
Wanna
idea.
talk about my theory?
I had no idea that we were going to get brought into this
I'm trying
hellish.
to get one.
All right, I'm going to piss. Dish out your theory.
All right, Matt. I was talking to you about
your
this.
I love
Girls stop at 8th
I
grade.
love girls. I love girls from Maryland.
That's so
Gotcha.
Ew.
So hit me with this theory. Also, Spud, get up on that mic.
Sorry,
There
sorry,
you go,
guys.
You're good. You're good. It's
Yeah.
not you. It's the tech.
Oh my god, dude! Who fucking drinks this shit? There's no way, like all the Peaky Blinders shit, where these guys drinking like are pumped.
It's
You're
iced
not
tea, dude.
pumped on that.
They do, yeah.
You're not. That tastes like ass.
Tequila's pretty sick. Yeah, but if you have like 4 more
Whiskey
tequila,
tastes like shit too.
it's not the best. It's flammable liquids, dude. They're
Yeah,
doing their best.
It doesn't taste good though.
They're doing their best.
Dudes who champ that are like, oh, that's fucking good. That tastes like
I'm telling you,
ass.
dude, in 20 years, this will be just like weed edibles and mushrooms and like a little bit of wine.
I would like that over this. This is self harm.
Yeah, well,
This is good for
White
girls.
Claw.
maybe.
It'll be
Looks are
White
good.
Claws, weed, and like mushrooms and stuff.
All right, that's my kind of party.
Exactly.
But yeah, my theory is
What's your
girls
theory?
stop at 8th grade
Stop when? Like
for the most part.
you're talking
Get
about
mad
like
at me, but for the most part, they just stop when it comes to dealing with people one on one. They can memorize everything, become CEOs. They're the fucking shit. But they stop at 8th grade when it comes to dealing with you one on one because they'll make up hypotheticals in their heads and get mad at you and shit like that.
yeah.
So, in total, girls stop at 8th grade and that's it.
You call them 8th graders.
8th grade, you are like the way you handle someone. It's more of an 8th grader than it is.
It's 8th grade move, 8th grade vibes.
Yes, yeah.
Can you give me an example?
So
I would
if-
say, like, if a dude was doing it to you, would
if
you
a guy
put
was
up-
doing it, it'd be weird.
you wouldn't put up with it.
Exactly.
If a guy called you up, and was like, I was thinking today that like if we both moved to a city and we didn't move in together, I would hate you. I was mad all day about thinking that.
Yeah, that's 8th grade. That's
That's
8th
8th
grade.
grade. That's a great. I mean,
That's
dude,
8th grade.
no big deal.
True. It's
I
not
would
really
even
fucking
say
rule,
like
we need
fifth.
them.
That's like fifth
They're
grade.
crucial. Girls are crucial.
Yeah, I love
But
girls.
for the most part,
Well,
you're in 8th grade when you start doing that shit.
yeah, but the problem is, this is the problem. I feel like girls, when they just squads of girls, they don't
That's
have
the
fun.
worst.
Girls, this is a myth. This is not a
can't
myth.
have friends.
This is true. Girls don't have fun together. When
No,
it's just
not at all.
girls.
They hate it. They hate
Girls don't
everyone.
have fun with each other. If it's 2 girls,
Dude,
maybe.
Matt.
The more girls you add to a party, the less fun they have.
Yes.
Did Billy tell
Easy.
you had a crush?
What?
Did Billy tell you about his
Come
crush?
on, dude.
He's a
Talk
crush?
about something else.
You have a crush?
Did Billy tell you about his crush?
No, what
I
is
don't
it?
have a
Get
fucking-
up on that
Billy,
mic.
Billy
I
lives
had a glimmer of fucking hope out my window for a week, dude.
What are you
And
talking
Spade
about?
Fucking ruined it.
Hold on.
So Bill has a garden across the street from his house.
Seen it?
It's a beautiful.
There's a very cute girl working there.
Yeah.
Really? Volunteer?
I guess a
Big
teacher,
heart.
Some may say.
So what's up? What did you just watched her from your
Spade
window?
Fucking ruined it for
How
me.
do you ruin it?
I was like taking pictures. I was showing him. I was like, yeah. and,
It had nothing. It had nothing to do with that. He was taking a picture of the plant she was planting.
no,
Okay.
not at all.
This is
but anyway.
recorded. This is recorded.
You're allowed to take pictures of people if you technically. Well,
Technically,
yeah, you
no,
are.
but-
Depends where. Like you can't do like the mirror on your shoe thing, but
All this 8th grade talk would not have gone down.
No,
well.
yeah,
Let's
that's-
just say that.
that's
Let's
what sucks.
just.
What do you
say
mean?
that,
I don't
dude.
understand.
Things get harder once, like,
oh, you're saying once he finds love, it'll change his tune.
not even I'll change my tunes once they figure out what I've said on recording. They'll get very.
No, they don't care. You just like I'm kidding.
Yeah, but
I have hours of me saying horrible shit just on recording, and I tell my wife, don't listen to it.
yes, but
And if she does, I say, oh, that's your fault.
when the doors are breached and they want to dig in just to get mad at you at something,
Yeah.
that whole case just
You got to give them other stuff to get mad at.
like what?
Just fucking fuck with them, dude. Leave
Punch 'em?
shit out. Leave shit out. Don't punch them.
Obviously not.
Man,
That's
you
just
got
No, you just like leave shit out. I do that on purpose, dude.
forget things.
Yeah, leave the sponge in the sink. I don't. This goes in here. It's like, shut up. Go upstairs.
Why don't you shut up and not listen to
I'm
what I
talking
said on
so much
recording?
shit. I'm gonna go home like, oh hey, so you don't. Oh, I love you. Okay.
Yeah,
But
honestly.
now you got to piss them off. You got to fucking. They say that if you don't, so in romantic
Shane's the
relationships,
king of that.
If
fucking
Shane's
hero.
king of negging babes.
Yeah.
So they're saying in romantic.
So cool.
I mean,
You
it's
get to
just
smell
it's
it.
all you have to
Stuff.
No,
do.
in romantic relationships.
So cool.
If you have, I think out of every like 7 encounters, you out of claw. Hello.
Well, just ask. Say, pardon me, staff.
I'm not used to this kind of bright lights type stuff.
I know.
When me and
The
Spade
lights
do the
are
podcast,
wild
it's,
right
it's
now.
low, bro.
The
Yeah,
lights.
man.
Salt lamp in the middle.
Get lost in them, dude.
I mean, we're
you only get
way-
one moment, dude.
we're
You
Yeah,
way
this is
out
you
of
guys'
our-
big shot.
we're way
gotta
out of
lose
our
yourself in the
comfort zone.
podcast.
We'll
your
never
big
make
shot.
it in New York.
I don't think my big shot's working out.
What are you talking
No,
about?
you're
dude?
doing great,
That's
dude.
that
What are you
negative
He's like
mindset
Jim
bull-
Morrison, dude. He's
That's
like
that-
Jim Morrison.
He's the lizard king right
Yeah.
now. He's talking about
Man,
fucking.
it's like,
I'm
Dude,
still
that-
on mushrooms, dude. I don't even know
I
what's
had
going
a rough
on.
day.
Yeah, you did have a very rough day.
I
Give
had a
yourself a
rough
break.
You
day.
did have a rough day.
My
Yeah, you're
uncle
rough.
died.
Yeah, your rough
Pretty
day. His uncle died.
Pretty
today,
much
right?
my
Better
dad.
Show some fucking respect, you
Yeah, guys.
assholes.
You asshole.
Hey, Spud rules. You guys, yeah, dude. Feel that love, bro. Whole room, bro.
Dude, I immediately started thinking that I was like, dude, Charlie's dead. And I was
your
like,
uncle died, yeah.
this is fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked
We
up.
need him.
Yeah, man.
Then I thought, now, obviously, I'm always kind of on mushrooms,
Sure.
but I thought
Little
That's
bit.
true.
I could make a Charlie
Ken.
if I could find a girl, because a part of Charlie's in my balls.
True.
Oh, no, okay,
That's in
there
your
you go.
DNA.
I got what you're
And
saying.
I was like, dude, I had like a primordial thing of like, I have to make a fucking kid
yeah.
and have him be like Charlie.
Yeah.
That's the thoughts of
Yeah.
a fucking man, you pussy.
You know,
Yeah,
look at
dude.
You sitting there.
You're tapping
That's
into
man.
You're
was ta-
tapping
I
into
was tapping into
That's
it.
very,
Dude,
very
this
real.
dude-
Dude, I
That's
was
what happened
tapping
to me.
into this shit. Like,
Yeah.
he died. And I was like, holy shit. I need that motherfucker. Like, we need that motherfucker.
You miss your Uncle Charles,
And
y'all.
then I was like, I got to find a girl that is of German and Irish descent
Yes.
and
All right,
see
all
if
right,
I
all
can.
right.
That's just
God
what it is.
damn it, dude. What
That's
the
just
hell?
what it is.
What?
No, dude. What you're talking about? This is
You're
the
a
whole.
strong person with a very good foundation.
This is the
If
thing.
we had two spuds, that'd be a problem.
I mean, if these guys linked up,
Couldn't knock him over.
It'd be
If there was two
Mario
of
and
him, you couldn't
Wario,
knock him
dude.
over.
If two of these guys were jumping on our heads,
You'd be fucked.
we'd be in trouble, dude.
Why don't you go in vitro?
What's that?
Can't you like do this though? Like girls do this shit all the time. They get
In
sperm
vitro?
samples. Yeah, vitro.
Yeah.
In
I don't
vitro.
know.
I'm not an 8th grader, Matt. I'll wait for a girl.
I'm just saying, dude. That's
Oh,
kind
You
of.
have to be
Go back,
mean
go
to
back.
Matt, dude.
No, he's not being mean to me.
I know.
That's the
I'm
power.
trying
I
to
know.
not.
You're not gonna ruffle my feathers, dude. That's the power move, dude. To cut bays
Bet you I
out.
can.
Just to get, I bet you can't, dude. I'm too zen.
Fight right now. Fight right now.
They can't. I can't be ruffled, dude.
No, Matt can't be
Please don't
ruffled.
try to
Wrestle
fight
each other
me,
right
Matt.
I mean, I can, actually can be.
Please don't try to fight me. I saw you with your shirt off. Please don't try to fight me.
Who's gonna
When
fight
was
you?
this?
Matt's gonna
When
beat
was
the
this?
hell
Because
out
I
was at
recently got a
Butterly's
lot
at
more
slip and
cut.
slide.
When?
Butterly's at the slip and slide.
Sure, that was pretty recent. I'm pretty.
You were
I
looking
ripped.
saw how
fat.
jacked
Pretty
and
ripped
ripped
right
you
now.
were.
Yeah, pretty ripped right
Yeah,
now.
it's fucking cool.
Yeah. It turns out you don't really need to eat food every day.
Yeah.
You don't need as much food as you think you do.
No, you need like one meal. That's
one
what
meal,
I'm
that's
at
all you
right
need.
now. If
That's- we were doing
anything
the
above
civil-
That's gluttonous.
It is, dude. We were doing the Civil War shit, and I was laying like, dude, dudes used to fucking sleep in the
Dude,
rain.
imagine if a civil war broke out right now, dude. You
And
don't
some dude's like,
understand.
I need a big
If
breakfast.
you listen to these books and stuff, man, it's like it would immediately
Yeah.
go from all this shit of
Yeah.
all this talk, and then the dudes that know war, they would be the dudes that take over.
It's a final say, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you could talk all this shit, and out of nowhere, it would be like Jocko Willings being like, all right, dude, this is what we're doing.
Well,
and we're
all right.
mowing people down.
All right. But here's the thing.
Shane,
There's-
be a general. You be a general, bro.
I would not be.
That's
I
what
mean,
I
I
said.
did
That's what I
study at
said.
West Point. It's
That's
not
I'm
a big
Shane's
deal.
yes man. From here on out. Call it. Call it.
Dude, I listen to these books about the
fucking
Civil
go off,
War,
Shane.
and I
Go
just
off,
think
Shane.
about if it happened right now.
Look, there are
Shut
civil
up.
wars
Go off,
right
Shane.
now, and they're nothing like the American Civil War. There's the Syrian. There's fucking. There's real civil wars happening right now, and
Real
it's not
civil
even
wars.
close
Not even close.
to the American Civil War, which was it was
In terms of casualties or
18
like-
no, not casualties.
That's a
but
different kind of war.
terms
more
of codes.
casualties.
Yeah.
Well, more casualties in 18.
Civil wars are kind of
1860.
underrated in
But
terms
civil
of
war,
wars.
like a civil, if we got in a civil war now, it would be fucking drones and missiles, and it wouldn't be
well,
like,
no,
Actually, it
'cause-
would be
here's how we
psyops.
need to,
True.
Well,
but it wouldn't be because it's like, you're talking about the population against each other. So it would be like the average people don't have drones and shit.
No, it wouldn't be. It
They
wouldn't
do.
be the population against each other.
Yeah.
That's typically not what a civil war actually is.
Really?
Go back to Mennonites
No.
or something.
What is it? Like the CIA interfering
A
with
civil
people?
war is usually like a modern civil war would be like a rebellion versus a government. Well, that's what a
Okay.
civil war always is. But the
Yeah.
government,
Right on.
yeah. You want to make a mockery of me and ruin this?
Go right
Do you want
now.
to ruin this entire
You made
show?
me take a shot at
You've
tequila.
been lifting weights, dude. I'm not
Tigers
going to
out of-
fight
I've been lifting
you.
in 3 fucking
You've
weeks,
been lifting like a
I had
gay
to work on the
man.
house for the last 3 weeks.
I don't lift, dude. I get guap.
You
I
pay
won't.
other
I
people.
won't.
Oh! He undercut you, dude.
Don't do that.
Oh!
That's the squid, bro. That's the squid, bro.
I was going to stick shift you. Piece
That
of
was a
shit.
squid war.
Don't you fuck with me.
Oh, man. I've never seen Billy after a shot.
True, he's fired up, dude.
I do not want to bother Bill. Bill would
I
wreck
can't believe
my
we
ass,
survived those
dude.
shots.
Huh?
I can't believe we survived those shots.
We have survived. Those were horrific shots.
Can I get another White Claw? Mango
Yes.
or...
Anybody that
turn.
works here, could I get a 2 Bud Lights and a White Claw? And that's all for now, right?
You guys actually enjoy all this, huh?
What- Yeah, this is a fun thing. Are you? They haven't done last call yet, have they?
McKeever's loving it.
They have. They did do last
Does
call.
he not look like McKeever?
Who?
Okay.
You look
Anything
identical
else?
to
Hey.
McKeever.
Miller Lights.
Liberia?
Heavy.
Everyone's queer for them.
Nuh-uh.
You didn't strike me as the type of human that would use that type of language.
It means
I'm very
weird.
open
It
with
means
what I
weird.
look at.
I do. You have reclaimed it.
Yeah, that's
Thank
powerful,
you. And I
and
appreciate
brave.
that.
Can I say that too?
What about black cherry White Claws for dudes?
Coors Lights.
Right on.
Out of Coors Lights.
Just for
Damn,
guys.
dude, my
Nope.
demo is lit. Dude, this whole weekend, all light beers are gone. Are you guys out of Skull?
Yeah, you're good. Right about that.
Damn, bro. Oh, shit.
Spade's gonna throw up.
Yingling would be great. Yeah. Can I get two Yinglings and a White Claw, please?
2 White Claws. Honestly, I mean, fuck it.
All right. Well, I think you guys got last call already?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
okay,
then
all
we got to, that's when it's time to wrap it up.
Right on.
That's when this goofing off really gets not that funny.
It's over.
I've sat around and done a show when the crowd had to sober up, and boy, do they hate it.
Dude. So you have something to talk about? I have something.
No, not at all.
So I just came across this article.
I haven't the entire time.
Me either. So, dude, I'm reading the news right now. Just come up with topics and shit.
I know you.
That's sick.
You know me. I just like to push the fucking bill. But they're saying
my name.
a guy died,
Yes.
and he was biologically dead. And during that time, he claimed to be pure consciousness. So he has a memory of while he was dead.
Smoke.
So we're not going to die, everybody. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to fucking live forever.
You
That's
want to
sick.
know a funny story?
Yeah.
All right. So a person I know, they knew a lady
Yeah.
who championed elephants in Africa. They
You
championed.
know this person?
Yes.
What do you mean championed? What's that?
They were like, we need to raise money for elephants.
Okay, got you.
These fucking poachers are killing these elephants.
Yeah.
And then she went over to Africa. Now you can obviously imagine this is obviously a white woman with money. She went over to Africa and an elephant killed her. Now it's not funny at all,
Shut the fuck up.
but don't even laugh about it. I'm not
Yeah,
laughing.
for real, man.
But the way elephants kill you is
Stop.
they fucking
Stomp
grit.
you.
No, with their tusks
What?
and their mouth.
They motorboat
They
you?
didn't know they car wash. They
They-
car wash
yes,
you.
they motorboat
Whoa.
you into the ground.
Appreciate it.
It's like going through a car
Thank
wash.
you.
They're just,
Now this is a horrific story that I didn't think was funny,
With
Where'd you
nice
hear this?
tits, bro.
but I'm not telling you where I heard it.
okay.
And and it was a wealthy woman that was like, "Hey guys, we need to start raising money for these elephants." And then she went over there, and an elephant was like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Toss.
We're doing fine, bitch.
Damn.
And ground her into
Treacherous, dude.
Isn't that funny?
To get mauled by it, just like those final thoughts, like I came all the way here, I'm ready to go. And
Oh, an elephant!
and a fucking ivory tusk in the heart, like
If only
Yeah.
that dumb elephant knew what I was doing for him.
I'm trying to
He's
help
like-
you, motherfucker.
Dude, hunters getting rocked by animals is the
Oh.
fucking best, dude.
Yeah.
I even like when a deer, and I'm all for it. You can shoot deer, that's fine. Shooting deer
Sure.
and like turkey and shit, good.
Turkeys are fucking horrible.
Turkeys are funny to
But
shoot.
nasty, yeah.
Yeah, any animal that's ugly, kill it. But every once in a while, like a deer will win a fight. It'll just beat the hell out of a fucking hunter.
It's fair.
Yeah, you
Pretty
see those
funny.
videos?
Yeah, when a deer's
The
like
buck
punching
is in a
deer.
cage and just keeps hitting you in the fucking
and the
head.
guy's just getting rocked by hooves.
I could imagine taking that many shots to the hip. Just
Dude.
over and over, like you
Yeah.
fucking
Oh my
get
God,
the fuck
dude.
off me.
Dude,
True.
but there's stories of like elephants are pretty smart and they'll remember. So they remember who did what. And then they'll see someone who did something and just come out of the woods and just fucking like, it's
I
great.
think that lady was
Steal
being
off on
shitty.
someone.
I think I bet
She might
they
have been
got.
being
I
shitty
bet some of
around the
those
elephant.
elephants. Yeah, I bet some of those elephants had like Facebook,
Oh, yeah.
and she was on there. She was
Talk
like, "I don't
shit
actually
now.
support these fucking pieces of shit, pachyderm motherfuckers." And they're like, "What'd you call
What
me?
the fuck?
Don't you dare call me a pachyderm."
She's probably being shitty.
That's funny.
That
She
fun.
was probably
I know
talking
that.
shit, dude.
That must have been crazy, too, because didn't, like, back in, like, the hunter-gatherer days, they used to do, like, rites of passage, and, like, they'd be like, you got to go out in the woods by yourself for, like, 7 days. So many people probably died.
Oh, I mean,
Everyone did.
Most
Yeah,
people.
I
most
wonder.
people, they'd be like,
I mean, I
"Fuck
wonder
that
if they
guy."
could even do that in like Africa.
Think about the work lies that happen.
I mean,
on
if
the
you
way
went,
home.
if you went by yourself in Africa,
You could, hell yeah. You had to. That was the rite of passage. But that was some of them.
yeah,
In Ireland, they used to make you sit in a very dark cave for, like, 3 days.
yeah.
Pure darkness for 3 days.
Well,
Pretty tough.
which every Irish dude was just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm in a
Yeah, I'm
dark
getting-
cave.
I'm getting
I mean, that's how every one
Yeah.
of us live our lives.
true.
Like, please make it cold and dark in here. Turn everything off.
Just like
Oh,
a
I'm so sad.
relief from sunburn.
I don't know. Yeah, going out, getting killed by an animal has got to be a fucking wild way to go. And anytime I hear somebody got killed
Dude.
by an animal,
You know what's
Legends
fucked
of
up?
the Fall, dude.
You know what's fucked up? I thought about this the other day. So that's pretty much all we did. We used to like just get killed by animals, get crushed by shit, and get like other humans would kill us. Somehow out of that, we started being like, what if we just like do different stuff?
yeah, what
I
if
think
we
we just
stop?
got
What if we
Speed
ignore
up,
these signals from our body and do different stuff, and then we just birth civilization? Pretty nuts.
I mean, drinking alcohol had been fucking gnarly.
Yeah, back in the
Like,
day
it
when
was
they
just like
first
a fucking
discovered it.
whole sack of fruit. Like, dude, fucking drink it. Fucking drink
Dude,
it.
I'm pretty sure it was the bros drinking alcohol,
Yeah.
eating
You won't
mushies,
drink
and
that.
hunting together.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
The whole civilization was built on the bro ship.
You had to be a
pretty sure.
psychopath to just suck on that sack of fruit that's been sitting there for like weeks.
Yeah, it's been in the
That's
sun.
fucking disgusting.
Somebody buried it and
Yeah.
spit on it. And then
Yeah.
you're like, all right, I'm going to fucking drink
I'll eat
this,
mushrooms
dude.
Yeah, but
Fuck
everyone's
it.
getting mauled all around you all the time. And someone's like, yo, drink this shit. You're going to chill. You'd be like, thank God.
Yeah, finally, yeah, you drink it and you're like, dude, I don't even care if I get mauled.
Yeah.
It's the first time in your life you've been like, dude, I wish someone would fucking maul me.
Yeah, going out into the
I'm gonna
jungle.
maul someone else.
Dude, that must have been sick. Going in the jungle with beer muscles and being like, what the fuck's up, dude?
Saber-tooth
There's a
is small.
snake. You're
Animals
just
are
like,
so
fucking
confused.
piece of shit
Just call
snake.
it. Yeah, you go to Jaguar, you're like, you're fucking gay, dude. Fuck you.
Damn. That's pretty tight.
Yeah, man.
It's
Beer
pretty tight.
muscles in the fucking Amazon.
Yeah, just a fucking Mayan with beer muscles walking out. Just like, I wish someone would fucking cut my heart out, dude. I dare you,
Probably
dude.
the only way those wars happen.
And then the conquistadors showed up and they're like, dude, look at those pussy ships. I'll swim out there. I might fucking swim out there and fuck one of them up. You just get hit by a wave trying to swim out. Just hammered. There's
Riptide.
There's some conquistador with a spyglass like, what the fuck is this? Some guy goes, ugh, come over here. The crowd doesn't like it.
Well, it's funny.
As long as you like it, dude. As long as you're laughing, it's funny. I know it's funny.
The conquistadors were coming across the ocean on beer muscles, too.
The conquistadors the
like,
whole
dude.
way over were getting hammered, just like, who knows? Dude, I hope this ship falls off
The
fucking
flat
Earth.
Yeah.
They're just sailing, dude. I hope there's no end to
that
this,
was
dude.
pure beer
I
muscle.
hated Europe.
Yeah,
You
dude,
gotta
like
be an alpha to do that.
dude, the highest powers of thought were like, dude, the world's a cube, and some guy was like, fuck it, dude, we're gonna find out.
Fuck it, dude. Me and my boys have been getting fucking hammered lately.
You gotta be on a
We're
different level
going
than
somewhere. Also, it is so funny that like whenever they talk about like travelers, I forget. I think Magellan. I know he circumnavigated.
Yeah.
the
No,
globe,
he didn't make it all the way.
But I know
He
a
got
couple
killed.
of them got killed, and it's so funny
Yes.
when they get killed.
yes.
Like all these explorers that go the whole way around the world, and then they accidentally land in like Madagascar, and a guy just comes out of the woodworks with a stick and is like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Some guy's like,
That's a different level of piss.
Well, no. Dude,
"Oh, dude, when you see
That's like
see a guy
losing
you've
and turning on
never."
pro. You motherfucker.
Magellan actually circumnavigated the globe, but his ship did. He died. He was like 7/8
Yeah.
around the world. And then he got off of one island and like he was totally outnumbered. He was like, "Come on, you pussies! God will protect us." And just got like stabbed in the face. And the dude who actually circumnavigated the globe he was like, "Come on, let's show him how we
Getting
do it."
stabbed.
And just got fucking impaled right through the face by like a sharp
Somebody
stick.
was just like, somebody, he was
dude,
like,
I
"I've
just
never seen
farted."
this type of guy before."
Just got impaled. He almost did it. The guy who actually made it around the globe was like some like Native
his
American
hand.
slave. It was a Native
Yeah,
American
yeah,
slave.
yeah.
That was the guy who actually circumnavigated the globe.
Yes.
Goes the rest eighth of a mile like Randy Moss, hand behind his head, fucking high stepping.
Yeah,
I
dude.
did it, dude.
It was like Napoleon Dynamite, dude. It was Pedro. Pedro
man.
fucking made it around the world and was
Oh,
like, "Sorry,
fuck.
that guy got stabbed in the face." And
It's
everyone's
just
like,
like
"Fuck."
it's just like those people that tried to like expand. They went to that island that nobody fucks with. It just happened recently. They went to an island that like throws rocks at drones. Like every once in a while, like
Drives
a
5
drone
feet
camera
higher.
will come by and people are like, "What the fuck is that?" They have like slingshots and they're like, "Get that shit out
That's
of
still
here."
around?
Yeah, Christian missionaries went there and just got their shit pushed
Yeah,
in.
they got fucked up.
They like showed up and they're like, "Hey, you guys ever hear about God?" They're like, "Dude, we're fucking retarded. Get the fuck out of here, dude. We don't have time for that.
That's the sad part about
We're
Graham
fighting
Hancock
snakes,
shit.
dude." What?
That's it. Like Graham Hancock's like the whole world gets blasted, and those dudes are sitting in the Amazon like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck's going on?"
True.
And they got to bring back everything.
That's
too
you guys
deep for
stop
you, bro.
drinking.
I didn't stop drinking.
But I would keep it going because that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best part of the thin red line, dude.
What?
That's the best part. The war in the Pacific, dude.
Bro, chill.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck.
Not right now.
It's just
Not
these,
here, dude.
It's
Not
the
at
war in the
Magoo's.
Let's go.
Pacific,
Not a
bro.
Let's
Magoobies,
go.
dude.
At Magoo's, dude.
Oh man, I have to get Shane the pictures of my grandfather
Oh,
was in
shit.
MacArthur's honor guard.
Yo,
You got
you
to
know
see
this?
these pictures.
No,
You got to see these
bro.
pictures.
Pictures are
What?
XXX,
Oh,
dude.
dude, these pictures, they're
They're bad.
executing dudes.
I'm like cry. I'm so horny if I
oh,
see those.
dude, I gotta get you this
So
stuff.
Bro.
his grandfather has
Yes.
like fucked up war pictures.
Oh yeah.
It's like snuff stuff.
Whoa,
Dude, they posted up in like a giant mansion. It was MacArthur had
Yeah.
a mansion.
Yep.
They were all the bros were posted up
Bro.
in there.
His kin was there.
My kid.
damn.
Fucking laugh.
My kid.
Yeah, and you
fucking
guys
laugh.
sit here and laugh like a bunch
You
of
have the
jerks.
audacity to fucking yawn
Scumbag.
right now?
Who yawn, dude?
I've
I
seen-
wish a
Close your
native
mouth.
was here to shove a stick in your fucking face. Saw your fucking dumb pale face yawning.
I'm about to crowd surf and to start swinging on these honkies, dude.
There's too many honkies, dude.
I might Zangief these honkies, dude. It's fucking,
Just mosh.
That would just start a mosh pit, dude. Honkies love blind swinging. No, the coolest thing in the war in the Pacific was the fuzzy wuzzies. That's what they. Now it's a racial slur, so you can't say that. But that's what they called the indigenous people on these islands, and they ended up being fucking beasts.
really?
Yeah, like every once in a while, like the fuzzy wuzzies, they hated. Now this is an Australian term.
love this.
That's actually kind of endearing, to be honest.
It's
That
the
is
coolest
endearing.
shit in the
That's like
world.
a Furby.
And they loved them because
Are these
the natives,
Filipinos or what?
the natives, yeah, like Philippines, but
Pacific
also
Islanders.
the Pacific Islanders, and they
Beautiful.
loved the Allies because the Japanese were being very
Total
mean.
dicks.
Japanese
Total
were
dicks.
naughty.
And look, that's not mean to say, because in around the 30s and 40s, the Japanese were doing mean things.
True.
It'd be the equivalent of me criticizing the Nazis. All right.
They were very supremacist.
They were very mean, and they would go to these islands, and they were very mean to the indigenous. So then when the Allies showed up, the indigenous were like, yo, these guys fucking rule. We'll die for these guys.
What?
Yes, and the indigenous,
gotta become
they would
the
like,
guys to die
dude,
for, man.
they were helping. They were helping. They would like save them, and like they would always they were considered like angels. They were like, while you were wounded, Fuzzy Wuzzies would show up and fucking help you.
Kiss you.
But also, Fuzzy Wuzzies every once in a while would get rowdy, and they would just behead the fuck out of like 30 Japanese dudes. and all the allies were like, yo, dude.
This just sounds like the Gremlins.
It's so funny because there's stories of all these dudes, like all these Australians and English troops, and they were like, oh, the Fuzzy Wuzzies, they were so, yeah. Too fucked up.
Well, it's funny that this was like certain dudes' lives. They're like fighting some war. Dudes were getting beheaded.
Yeah.
And they come back to the States, and then it's like, be nice. It's like,
Yeah.
I just saw the most fucked up shit.
Well, here's the best part about the Fuzzy Wuzzies is they saw what happened. They were humans. They saw the technology. But they didn't they had no idea what the fuck that was. So these guys were on Pacific Islands that were remote for eternity.
They got hit
So
with
then
Jedi.
all of a sudden they got hit with World War II technology, which was new to everybody.
Yeah.
So they were hit with radio, they were hit with planes and tanks and all this
What
shit.
the
And they were
fuck?
like, what the fuck was that? So then they just went around and they tried to recreate it. So they would be like, all right, I watched the white guys get food by like picking up a phone and saying, hey, we need food. So they would go around and they would try to remake what it was. So they would just
Like little
design
kids playing war.
Yeah, they would just design like they'd find a bottle and be like, we need food. And then put it down and be like, I saw that work before. But the best part was every once in a while, the Fuzzy Wuzzies, they would like give them like a machete and they were like, all right, help those guys out. And the Fuzzy Wuzzies would come back with like bushels of heads. And they were like, yo, what did you do? And they were like, what, man? We're just trying to help out.
Yeah, dude, let's get some of that food going.
Dude, look into the Fuzzy Wuzzies.
That's fucking
They
sick.
fucking rule, dude.
Would you ever fuck with cargo cults? It's
Yeah,
very similar.
that's what they were.
Cargo cults
Yes,
are very similar.
That's what they were.
You lay by the like you would see a plane drop a crate of food, and you're like, that's magic.
Yes.
So you just lay there and wait for the gods to drop. Yeah,
Yes.
it's fucking nuts.
I mean, it's
man.
the exact same thing. They saw cargo drops
Yep.
from the Allies, and they were like, all right, so we need to figure out how radio works.
Yep.
But they haven't gotten to pants yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're just looking at this shit like, what the fuck was that?
That's nuts.
We're
dude.
gonna call in a fucking artillery strike? They witnessed dudes like pick up a phone and be like, all right, blow that fucking hill up.
Fuck.
And then hang up the phone and the hill would explode. And they were like,
What?
what
fuck?
is happening? Yeah.
God,
That's
that's
like handing
crazy.
a kid a controller when you're playing video games. Like, yeah, dude, you're playing, dude. You're killing it
he's
right
just
now. It's
like-
awesome.
Holy shit. But no, but
Bomb
not,
them.
it's funny that like it is like handing them the controller, but every once in a while they'd hand them the controller and they would just sneak behind enemy lines and eviscerate everyone.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's fun.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome.
History.
Man, it's
Wow, what a cool thing, guys.
wow.
I like getting hammered and telling people about shit. All right.
I think
We're
we're
getting close.
I
Yeah, you
we're
think we're
close.
wrapping
I think
it
we're
up?
an hour and 45.
Oh man, this is guys.
I could do this all night. I could do this forever.
I know, but they already did last call. That's what's
Yeah,
killing
let's let
us.
the bros out. Let's free the bros.
Guys, we will release you from this.
Thanks for sticking around,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
you guys,
Guys, thank you. Billy and Spud. Thank you guys for coming out. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I guess it's over. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, somebody in the sound booth, play Easy Rider by Action Bronson.
Shout out Gardini. Shout out
Gardini.
Gardini. Huge beast. XXXL beast.
That's what he's doing.
As an
Is that
outdoorsman?
right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm a bit of a sportsman myself. I'm a bit of a sportsman myself, Mr. Rogan. Hey, Joe, I'm a bit of a sportsman.
Yeah, there's you know how they like take old factories? You know, they take old factories now and they make them into apartment things. And like the whole allure is like, this used to be a chocolate factory.
Yeah.
There's one near him that was a snuff factory. And he was telling me it's where all the divorced dads go. So when they get divorced, they
Is
move
it a
into the
snuff factory?
Snuff. Yeah, they used to make snuff or process
Oh.
tobacco into snuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a bunch of guys
Not
in
like the
powdery
films.
tobacco haze,
Yeah.
grinding dried tobacco into powder. And that's where all of the fucking divorced dads go live in the snuff factory in his Bruce Springsteen town
Wow.
in North Jersey. And there's a park behind that where he fishes, where it's just dads on visitation.
Just every dad, whenever you're out there fishing, they must stare out their windows on that side of the building and watch.
Yeah, you got a lure.
And they say,
They're
that
just
reminds
like-
me. That reminds me of my boy that I lost.
That's probably how old my boy is right now.
Look at him. Do you have a microphone? So you think you should be talking?
Oh man, we do keep asking him questions.
But yeah, Gardini, he goes and fishes, and one of the estranged dads gave him a lure, tried to gift him a lure.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask him a question.
We'll have to deck this room out and give him producers. We're like, we could probably make this right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I could have gotten another mic. They asked me how many mics we needed.
true. But we need 3 of the same. Last time it was hell in post trying to fix that one.
Really?
A separate mic. Ari was so loud.
Really?
I had to drop him down about 13 decibels. And
Yeah.
pick you up 2 dBs.
Thank you.
You got to really fucking munch these things, dude.
Yeah.
But whatever. We won't talk about post edit. But I was about to go into like 10 more minutes. It's actually pretty cool. It's track by track, but no, nobody cares, dude. What the fuck's up, dude?
No, I
Nothing.
care. It is frustrating editing sound, trying to get noise out of it.
Heard it. Yeah, it's no big deal. These guys don't want to hear about that bullshit,
Oh, I don't-
dude. Especially after the fucking weekend, dude.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Are you ticked? Do you want to talk about what's
I'm-
fucking
no,
up in you got a bug
nothing's
in your
wrong.
crawl. You got a bug in your crawl, dude.
Just go.
You're terse, dude.
It's just one of those days, dude.
You're dead. You didn't want to wake up.
Don't.
You didn't,
All right.
you didn't want to wake up, dude.
I didn't. I am terse. I'm mad.
Pissed off.
I'm not sure why.
Your ass is chapped.
Something's wrong.
Consider your
I'll get
ass
to it.
fucking chapped, dude.
I'll get there.
I'm telling you, man. I don't think anything can ever bother me ever again after the weekend we had. It was insane. It was fun. I
Yeah,
had
that was great.
one of the funnest times in my life. When I try to explain it to people, they're like, "That's how you have fun." I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, man. That
Yes.
was fun.
Yeah, what happened? I heard the whole weekend
Oh my god, dude. So
exploded.
yeah, stop me if I miss anything. But it was like we went to we did the battlefield thing. That was so sick that we're working on that right now. That should be out on Patreon. But so we went and we toured a battlefield all day long.
Yeah.
None of us really ate anything all day. We had
Yeah.
stopped at roadside, quote unquote barbecue, but it was just hot
True.
roast beef that I think they like put liquid smoke in.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just
this
lunch
is-
meat.
You want some of that pit meat? And it was like, this is Nick's hot roast beef. This
Yeah.
is lunch. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
lunch
right.
meat that just somehow tasted smoky.
What a sweet lady, though.
She was an angel. She was an
a
angel.
sweetheart.
Absolutely. There was nothing but angels down there.
Yeah.
Like just sweet 40-year-old ladies who just took care of us. That lady gave Gardini a free soda. She minded my fucking gluten allergy.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell anybody about
Although I will say that gluten allergy, that might be what I'm mad at.
You mad at
The
my gluten allergy?
allergy conversation that lasted 4 minutes.
True.
So we
Her
she's
son had
like,
celiacs.
Oh, okay.
so we're already running late for the show,
Eh,
and then we're standing
we had
there.
plenty of time. I went to like 9 electronic stores before.
For what?
Dude, the tech was a fucking setup. The tech was a
Oh, for the
the tech
live
was a
cast.
question mark
What time did you arrive at the show?
like 10 minutes before.
We were cutting it close. We had no time for
It's just a bag full
a
of
cashier
Radio
to
Shack shit.
explain her fucking gluten allergy for fucking 5
Her
minutes.
son had a celiac.
I don't care who it was. I hope he passes from it.
What was wrong? So what was the problem?
So I was ordering. I'm like, can I just get just the beef? And she's like, do you have a gluten allergy? And I was like, fucking chill, lady. I don't want anyone to fucking know. So like, she
Okay.
was like, my son has celiac. So in my head, I'm like, all right, whatever. She did talk. It was enough. Like I can talk gluten all day.
Yes.
And even
I
I
watched Matt run into
even
another
yeah.
gluten allergy enthusiast.
Even I was like, all right, enough, lady.
What's the
Yeah,
difference
it was a
between
lot.
celiac
Everyone
and a
hates
gluten
us,
allergy?
dude. We're like early Christians, dude. Everyone wants to snub us out. Celiac's is more severe. Everyone wants to bring
I
our
would
shit
toss
to
you to the lions.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yes.
If I came to you and I was like, I think I had a cross contamination, you'd be like, get the fuck in the
Get
pit.
into the
And I had to
pit,
fight
dude.
my way out. That'd be
And
great. That's
love
probably what
someone.
happened to all those guys.
Yeah, you're like
Just
Daniel.
fought their way. Yeah, dude. He was like, did someone do chicken fingers in that fryer? Or was that dedicated for French fries? And they're like, what the fuck? What are your symptoms? They're very vague. But they're real. But yeah, this lady talked about
real.
gluten. You know, like the symptoms of gluten allergy can be experienced neurologically. You can start to affect your brain.
Really? How?
That's why I'm such a wacky cat. Too many PB&Js, dude. I have brain
Too many
damage.
sandwiches. Now you're retarded.
I eat too much crust now. I have brain damage.
Start to think you have celiacs.
Yeah, I tricked myself into seeing it. But yeah, so the lady talked about her son. Like, she went through the full, like, the panels. She's like, well, first we thought it was nightshade vegetables.
Yeah,
then
and
it
this was after. She's like, why don't you take a minute to look at the menu? And she walked away.
She walked away
So
from
then
a
we're standing there
while.
and we're both like, everybody's just like, all right, I'll get a sandwich.
Yeah, ring a bell. We buzzed her again. She comes back and just hit us with, like, her son's, like, digestive history.
Mm.
And then how they finally narrowed down that he was allergic to everything, actually. And then he was okay. And then she was like, what can I get you guys? It was a long conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then she proceeded
they
to deliver
narrowed
us.
down that he's allergic to everything.
Yeah, basically. Like, he's basically allergic to
So
everything.
it's just grass. He's fucked.
He just grazed.
He's not made for this world,
No.
dude. But yeah, then she gave us our stuff, and it was lunch meat that had been boiled with a little bit of liquid smoke up in the mix. I think these guys, Sean Gardini had a.
This
It
is
was
it was
bird all
unbelievable.
weekend, dude.
So
It
then on the
wasted.
way there, on the way to the battlefield,
Yeah.
we stop at Dunkin' Donuts. Sean gets a bagel.
What?
cream cheese.
That's
bagel.
fine. I'm not. Although, yeah, I like that. I like that energy.
What?
I do like that energy. I'm sorry I
That's
stopped you from being
insane.
outraged.
I fasted. I just bought batteries. I
insane.
went and bought batteries at the local grocery store while they ate.
And then I finished my sandwich. And I said, all right, let's go.
Did you have sausage, egg, and cheese?
Sean immediately crumbled up his bagel in a pure panic. He still had half his bagel left. He was like, oh shit, we have to go.
Yeah.
And just destroyed his own sandwich.
I think he was
It
done. He was done. He was full. Sean gets stuffed like very easily.
I'd like to stuff him.
You had sausage, egg, and cheese, right? Are you
Uh,
you a bacon egg? You strike me as a sausage, egg, and cheese guy.
I do like sausage, egg, and cheese.
What did you have that day?
I don't recall.
I almost
I think bacon.
bacon, egg, and
I
cheese.
think I had a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant.
It's
Yes.
nice.
That's decadent,
That's
dude.
where you go. Look, that's the only thing besides a donut at Dunkin' Donuts that
Yeah.
I will allow.
A croissant sandwich.
Yeah.
It's decadent, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Decadent
good. And it's
itself.
smashed down a little bit.
Yeah,
it's
true.
good.
It's,
They always smash
Because
it
Dunkin'
down.
has some of the worst fucking food. It's crazy how bad the food is there.
Yeah.
when you see him make it, it's disturbing.
I've never had indigestion like I do. If you get a breakfast sandwich from Dunkin', it
Yeah.
just ruins your day.
But it's kind of like McDonald's in the way that it tastes bad is good. So good.
Tony, it's
I
like
enjoy it.
SpongeBob when Mr. Krab uses filler for the Krabby Patties, dude. They just don't. They're disgusting.
the
I didn't see that episode.
no, me neither.
Noah
But
saw it. We talked about it
Yeah.
on the way up here.
nice.
Did you watch a lot of SpongeBob?
No, my niece watches it, so I catch it every time I go to my parents'
alright.
house. It's so good.
Yeah.
Really?
SpongeBob's hilarious.
I've
dude.
seen a few episodes and they have been pretty entertaining. I'll be honest.
Yeah, SpongeBob's it's good watching.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gardini's full. Shane doesn't know this about it. Gardini has a bird belly.
Mm.
Shane doesn't know this. Shane's like, all right, let's roll, and Gardini just mashes this
Yeah, I
fucking
was like, what was
trash compactor
Panic.
bagel, dude.
I've never seen
He
panic like
was
this.
freaking out. He was just excited to be able to wrap that thing up because you don't want to eat half a bagel in front of
Yeah.
your bros and be like, the fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Bros are always making sure we don't waste.
Yes.
So he was like looking for an excuse to crunch that thing. He's like, let's roll. And he just went, smashed half a
The
bagel.
back seat tried to hide their lack of eating food at the last one.
Kill that AC. I think that AC is acting up.
Well,
It'll probably take a while to turn off. No.
Yeah,
that's all right.
All right.
kill it. Kill it.
Um,
Yeah, so yeah, the whole weekend was so we went to the Civil War battlefield. Before we go to the Civil War battlefield, Gardini wastes half a bagel. And we were like, me and Shane were like, what the fuck, dude? Have some respect for the Civil War soldiers, dude,
Yeah.
who were like not eating for weeks to fight for you to not have slavery, dude. Imagine if we still had slavery, how fucking brutal everything would be right now. We'd be even more
forced to
divided
eat
right now,
full
Sean, and
bagels.
people
Yeah.
starved to death and died. They got shot in the face so that you didn't have fucking slavery right now and have to, get even pestered even harder online. So he wastes a bagel. So we're giving him hell, dude. We go to the battlefield. It was, goddamn, dude. It was like something. It was crazy. The battlefield was sick. On the way home, we get the sandwiches. Hear about the gluten allergy, and then Gardini and fucking Nate each eat like a quarter of their sandwich.
it's unbelievable.
Stuffed them back in the bag.
They tried to hide
sneakily-
it.
Yeah.
They
You
tried to
guys
hide it.
boozing hard the night before?
No.
It was
Oh, yeah.
hungover,
Sean
just
and-
eating light.
Sean and Nate were.
Oh, you guys were hungover.
Yeah, Sean and Nate were getting. They got turned
Oh
every
yeah,
night.
Nate was drinking like whiskey on the rocks.
Yeah, Sean and Nate got fucking.
Oh, you guys were turned up.
Before this, all credit to Sean. So they had an open mic, and Sean gets on and does the open mic, and there's a dude that's just clearly on cocaine.
Yeah.
Like clearly, he came and me and Sean were sitting outside. He came and sat like on Sean and was like, "Check this fucking video out," and it was like a Drake mashup with like Empire of the Sun. In fact, I remember exactly what it was. And then I was like, "You're on coke, right?" He's like, "No, no, I'm not." It was crazy. And then so he goes. This guy sits at the bar like right in front of every comedian that's doing the open mic, and he's just constantly yelling shit at everyone. And then Sean's up there like talking about having a son or a kid or something. He asked the guy if he wants to have a kid, and he's like, "Yeah, of course I want to have a kid." And he's like, "What would you name your kid? Retard Junior?" It was a home run. And I had had a few drinks. I wasn't hammered, but I had enough that I thought it'd be fun to heckle Sean and Nate while they were both doing their stand up,
Awesome. That's
their
so
little
fun.
skits. It was
So
great.
you were in the back heckling?
I was in the back, just no matter what they said, I would just yell it out and be like, "Holy shit, this is hilarious!"
God, that's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was great. But then Sean just took it out on that guy.
Oh,
It was nice. I was proud of you.
God, that was good. I went right to bed. I was so tired. Friday night, I had no sleep, dude. That whole weekend, I got no sleep. The night before I went down there, rushed down there, still stayed up later than I intended to. And what time did you guys stay up till that night? I went to bed
first
at like
night?
1:30.
Yeah, I probably went to bed around then. I left like right after you.
Damn.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of snacks on the way down. Ate a bunch of snacks at like 1:30 in my hotel room and just went to bed at like 1:32.
That's nice.
That was great, dude. I
Yeah.
microwaved so much shit and just ate
What
all
were
of
you
it.
microwaving?
I microwaved mac and cheese. Obviously, it's gluten free. I microwaved. I had pretzels. I was dipping pretzels in mac and cheese, getting a little crunch,
Wow.
getting a little squish.
I didn't know pretzels were gluten free.
These were
what about
also
the
gluten-
mac?
That's why I went to the grocery
Does
store before I came
macaroni
down.
have gluten in it?
It typically does, guys. If you want to keep going into my fucking issues. Well, this is made with rice pasta. And then I had, so I was dipping pretzels, also gluten free, dipping them
So
into
you were dipping fake pretzels into rice.
basically, yeah,
Yeah.
with fake cheese also. But and then I ate a grapefruit and went to bed.
Yeah, you were
I bought
loaded with
eight
grapefruits.
I went to
Nice.
Wegmans on the way down, stopped in Maryland. Shout out to Maryland. You don't have to wear a mask in Wegmans. Go in.
That's
I
nice.
bought an 8 satchel of grapefruits, dude. Well, I had so many snacks. The grapefruits came into play on Saturday night. They were absolutely
Yeah.
essential. Found out Gardini might be allergic to grapefruits.
You eat grapefruits at night?
Yeah, sometimes if I'm partying on
It's
Friday
kind of a
night,
morning.
I'll eat a GF, dude.
That's a breakfast.
I
a
was hungry,
breakfast
bro.
fruit.
I was a fucking hungry dude.
You eat multiple grapefruits?
I'll eat a couple a day. Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Wow.
Saturday night, I might.
Doesn't
I
it
might
fuck your palate up?
Not me, dude. Maybe if you're a pussy, dude. If you
Yeah,
can't handle
no, it's like
fucking-
really.
You got a
it's
bunch
like
of weird
sour
food. Maybe
and
a bunch of weird
yeah.
citrus and like sensitivities. It would, dude. But like not me. I can eat mad citrus. But yeah, dude. So that I didn't realize that was the backstory. Those guys were just hungover because after they ate, I picked up their bag to get out of the trash. Thing was heavy as
It
hell.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was
what
heavy. It
just
was
happened.
it was like an 8-pound weight. I picked it up and I was like, "Are you guys fucking kidding me with this
Yeah.
bag? Why
Couldn't
is
believe
this
it.
so heavy?"
Yeah, if I'm
Who
hungover, I
wasted?
want one bite of something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the
One
opposite.
bite
If I'm
to just-
hungover, I'm munching.
Same. I gotta fill.
Yes.
I gotta put a new regime into the stomach,
Yes.
dude.
I'll munch a little bit later, but I need to just get one little bite of something
dude.
down just to let the system know more's coming.
What I do is I eat as much as possible, and I just let my stomach decide: do I want to throw up, or will I digest this food? But like, I'm not gonna sit with a queasy belly all day, dude. I'm settling business. As soon as I wake
course.
up, I'm like, let's eat as much as possible.
Eat as much as possible. Vicious diarrhea.
yeah.
Start the process over. And then
And if
eat
I-
again. And 2 hours later, order another full course meal. 4 course.
That's how you heal, dude. That's how you heal.
Mhm.
Dude, so that was Friday night. Friday night ruled. Friday night was pretty sick. Saturday was the battlefield, watching gratuitous waste, seeing everyone
Oh,
not
couldn't
take
believe it.
lessons from.
And this is
battle.
after I do it. I'm like, hey guys, don't worry, I'll buy lunch.
Yeah,
And
true.
what do they do?
True,
Nate
dude.
eats one bite of a sandwich and shoves it in the
Didn't
fucking
even save
bag.
it for later.
No.
You could have wrapped that up.
I
I've
was
seen-
trying. It literally took almost everything in me to not open the fucking trash bag and eat all the
Dude,
What was their excuse?
I don't know. I've seen plenty of black men eat half a meatball sandwich and take that thing back home.
Yeah, save it for later.
Respect. I say that respectfully. I've seen that
Yeah.
happen many times, dude. You work construction.
Yeah, black guys typically have half a hoagie on them. Yeah, at any given moment.
I would see so many dudes when I was in the labor union. When I'd work for my dad. They would like eat half a meatball sandwich and just chuck it in their pocket, and they were like, "Oh, my wife's gonna love this sandwich, dude." They would just, they'd have like a fucking hot meatball on them and a fucking half a hoagie all day long.
Yeah.
Just in the back, just fucking wrapped up, and just be like chiseling concrete. And like, damn, my wife's gonna love this. And that's happened enough for me to I can say that with respect.
Yeah.
Like that's
And once you pick up on that, you'll notice it. Like
Yeah.
you'll see if you pick up, because a lot of people, you don't realize it, but if you're just walking down the street, you'll see a black guy drop a sandwich almost every day. They'll come out, I'll be like, ah, shit. I'm gonna have to pick up a wrapped up Subway sub.
they stay with one half hoggy on them at all
Yeah.
times.
Where do they store it?
Yeah,
In a plastic
They have a
shopping
ton
bag.
of pockets.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Big
Plastic
ass,
shopping.
that's why they always wear baggy clothes to accommodate their hoagies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they stay strapped with that witch, dude. They got
Yes,
that witch
at all
on them at
times.
all times, dude.
It's dangerous.
So that would have been respectful. You guys could have fucking pocketed your sandwiches.
And that's why they're always so ornery. Ornery. Because they know that they have fragile stuff on their persons. So if
True.
you like bump into them accidentally,
Yep,
it's
or
like,
you
you
just-
almost,
or you
you almost cost me a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, if you step on their shoes, like, yo, you almost crushed my sub, bro.
That's why they keep randomly knocking out people in New York. You get too close to the sandwich. I watched an Asian lady get popped on the face today.
Oh, dude, you get hit. You see one of them get hit. They can pick up their bros. Like, you bleeding through. It's just the marinara sauce coming through the chipotle. Dude, you got to cut. you
Deli
gotta-
paper rip.
Yeah, dude. If they get hit by a car, you got to cut their jeans off and get to the sandwich. It's an Italian. I got an Italian sub. You know how many
So you-
Italian subs save their lives, dude?
Think of a guy in an ER and some nurse, like he's unconscious. She's like cutting it, just cutting it into bread. Like, what the fuck?
That's why the cops are always pulling him over. Just trying to.
Oh, what? Trying to commandeer.
I knew I was
Yeah,
going to
cops
get.
don't know.
Yeah, they want a free sub. They're going to
Oh, that's
confiscate
cool.
the
Let me
sub.
pat you
Yeah.
down. They're fucking. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
What's this?
That's all
Yeah.
cops eat are commandeered hoggies. Yeah, they love it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're 100%
I'm gonna
right
have
to
to
that.
take this back to the station, test it.
Yeah, they take the hoagie and they're like, it's legit.
That's the battle between who loves hoagies more, dude. Cops or old black dudes. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! So Saturday night.
Yeah, let's get to. We still need to get to the meat of the story.
Yeah,
Back to
we're still the
business.
core. Let's put the pins in the reactor of this discussion, dude. So Saturday comes around, dude. We tour the battlefields. It starts to rain. We get fucking accosted by these old weirdos and windbreakers who just sit there all day. Nice
Yes.
guys, nice gentlemen. There's dudes that volunteer at battlefields that just sit there and just they're like RPG characters, dude.
Yeah.
They just stand there. And if you like look them in the eye, they're like, "Do you have any questions?" And then he's just like, "It's
Yeah.
impossible not to be like, no, I have nothing to ask you." Because I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see." And they're like, "Well, did you ever think of?" And you're like, "Fucking go ahead, dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead."
It's like in a video game where there's like a conversation tree and you get to the
You
end
get to
of it,
pick, yeah.
and start over.
yeah, dude, for real. They Shane was chopping it up. You knew a
Oh,
little
I was
bit.
chopping it up.
They Gardini might
I
have.
was excited to flex.
You did. You hit him with some stuff, but then they hit you at the next level of like. They talked about this guy who's from that town of Antietam who like found there's a book about Antietam where it's just like thousands of pages of primary source material of like letters from soldiers who was gathered by like a lot of young boys will kind of like peep those battles. So like they would just be like, damn, that was the coolest thing I ever saw, and just dedicate their life to like studying it as a scholar.
Oh, really? Like
Pretty
they
wholesome
they saw
life,
it
yeah.
in
See a bunch
person?
of see like a bunch of guys die, and you're like, I'm gonna study that.
Yeah, that would fuck
Jesus.
you up a little.
Yeah, for sure.
How does Antietam compare to Gettysburg?
What do you mean, like the battlefield itself? or
Yeah,
the
just
actual
the vibe. the
Yeah, we
feel.
know a lot about it.
With the
so
Connecticut
you guys
boys
get a little
down
more
there.
specific.
Connecticut boys were down there.
They're down there.
Nice.
Not a lot. We checked how many. But they were
No, not many.
decent amount though. Better
Yeah.
than Delaware.
Antietam was the first battle that Connecticut soldiers sucked and fucked on both sides. They got through
No
the
way.
cornfield and blew some of the southern boys
No
too.
way. No way.
Oh, they couldn't be
No
stopped.
way.
They
But
were
it actually-
unstoppable
That does
force.
not
No,
sound
this
like
time it
Connecticut.
helped. No, it was Connecticut. They
They lured them in.
Well, the night before, the Union sent like a Trojan horse. They sent the Connecticut boys over. Little did they know, most of them were riddled with venereal disease.
Oh no!
And they sucked and fucked all the Confederates, and so that's why
Weakened them.
And they
the
just went
Confederates were
syphilitic.
tuckered out,
Yeah.
and they
Weakened their knees.
Tuckered out.
AIDS actually back then. This was one of the
Really?
first AIDS.
Yep.
Connecticut soldiers had gay AIDS.
The vicious type, yeah.
The worst time.
Yeah, they didn't have they were black rich guy AIDS were going around, which is way less. They're easier to
Did
get.
they
to.
even know that germs like existed at this point?
Hardly.
They had an
Yeah.
idea. They had a hankering. Germs were like conspiracy theory. They're like, there's an invisible world of beings that infect us. They're like,
Yeah.
psycho.
Were they still like hacking people's legs off because they got like a little infected?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, so we walked to the old geezers and they were like, you know, him and Shane was staying in there, and then they started talking about this long, like 1,000-page thing and how, you know, the guy from the town studied it. And then at one point they disagreed. The one guy caught the other geezer. He's like, no, actually that's this. And the guy's like, whatever.
Yeah, it was like Lincoln actually visited this battlefield about 2 weeks later, and the guy was like, actually, it was the 22nd.
Yeah, it was 2 days.
And he was like, okay, so a week.
Yeah, he was pissed.
That's nice.
Oh,
He ruffled his
Did you
feathers.
get into it with him at all?
Shane was, he had a good question
No,
about.
I was just asking about McClellan.
Yeah.
Because McClellan gets shit on a lot by everybody.
I'm
And these guys-
anti-McClellan, dude. Now that I know.
Antietam boys love McClellan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these guys devoted their lives to Antietam, where McClellan was kind of victorious.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, he actually was pretty cool.
They call him a captain that never dared.
Yeah.
When you were asking them questions, were you trying to draw them into a trap?
No.
You couldn't trap
No,
these dudes.
No, they
man.
knew.
really?
They
They
knew.
knew
These
everything.
dudes, I was imagining that they do that because they've had like people at family parties probably just like knee them in the ribs when they come up to them now. Like, dude, I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Oh yeah.
You just put on. They have an Antietam windbreaker and they're at every stop.
Yeah.
Like, go look around back. Some guy carved his name in the wood. And you're like, sweet, there it is.
It was them.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. You guys should check it out.
But so we do Antietam. We do the battlefield. It was pretty fun. Come back. We're eating. We haven't eaten all day. We're on little sleep.
I did have some trail mix.
Oh yeah, he did some TM. He had some trail mix. The boys were hungover. I didn't know about that. So then we get we're kind of running late. We get a big butt rush, and then I'm like not sure if we're gonna be able to record the live podcast. So I'm running out, grabbing all kinds of cords and gadgets and shit. And then we get there like 10 minutes to go. Good show, I would say. Good
Yeah.
show. Sold out. It was sold out, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Sold out crowd. Pretty big theater as well.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Hell yeah.
Pretty big theater.
Yeah.
And then we do the live podcast. So we chill. We do the live podcast. So much fun. And like we were partying hard. I think Shane stirred up some shots.
I did.
Okay.
It was an impossible situation.
I was doing that as a nice treat for Andrew, the owner of the club. I was trying to make the whole full theater order around.
I thought you were trying to make him give the theater.
No,
a
I
round
was
of
trying to
shots
make
for free.
No, not for free. I was trying to make them buy one
Oh.
for my friend Andrew.
Damn, you are the premier businessman.
I was just trying to raise it. Yeah, I was trying to
You're
get
40
him some
scheming.
bread.
You're 40
Yes.
scheming, dude.
Did
Yes.
it work? Did it?
No,
I ended up having to
few
take a
did.
shot.
Yeah.
A few brave souls got
Shot
a
of
shot
tequila.
of
That's
very
tough, too. Like-
warm tequila that was terrible.
Oh, that's
I mean,
fun though.
yeah, dude. So we did do so during the live cast. I'm like, I'm drinking more than I always party I only party during live casts. So I'm like drinking my wine, drinking my tequila, smoking my vape pen like it's going out of style. And then, dude, by the time I stood up from the live cast, it was over.
Yeah,
By the time I stood up,
we were all.
I'm like, I don't know if you've ever smoked so much weed during a live production that you stand up and your legs are a little wonky.
No.
So I've done that a couple times now. So I'm like, I get up and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm ghost walking. I was like, I've smoked enough weed to the point where I'm like kind of floating. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah,
We were fucked up. So this is probably what, like 12:30?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about 12:30 in the 12
The
midnight,
night is
12:30.
young. Yeah.
Yeah, but we were pretty fucked up at this
Yeah.
point. And then we go to the bar, and then it's just like we keep drinking, dude. We keep drinking. Some dude drops a half ounce of mushrooms, golden teacher strain, he says, on Shane at like
Whoa.
1:00 in the morning, dude. So at like by 1:30, there was a point in the night where we were so fucked up, we were drinking champagne and eating mushrooms.
yeah. Had a nice bottle of Moet.
Bottle of champagne. Then some other guy bought. Dude, champagne and mushrooms might be the most fucking gentlemanly thing you can do at 1:30 in the morning. Dude, like we were taking shots of tequila. Like we were fucked up.
I
We're
honestly
partying,
did not
dude.
know there were strains of mushroom. I mean, I assumed that. I guess there are, but I
There's
didn't know
many
the golden
strains
teacher.
of
yeah.
B.
Is it like
capensis.
weed? Is it becoming like weed?
Well, there's just a bunch of strains. Yeah,
Okay.
there's
And they
B
have like
plus, golden
different like,
teachers, Penis
one gets you
envy. There's a ton of different ones.
That's the
Dude.
name of a mushroom.
Penis
sir?
envy, very strong. Yeah.
Whoa.
Not that you shouldn't laugh at penis.
Yeah,
envy,
you should eat some of those.
You should eat some penis envy too. But yeah, dude. So we eat like.
Dude, what is with the underwear you wear?
What kind of underwear
What
does
are
you
you
wear?
talking
You should
about?
see this guy.
What's he got going
looks
on?
like a Ralph Lauren model.
He's got like
He wears like tight Speedo underwear all the time.
Hold on, what's going
I
on?
saw him today taking
So
a
you-
whiz, and I was like, "What the
No, he's
hell
trying.
is
Well,
this?"
he's attracted to me in my underwear. He's trying to blame it on me.
Yeah,
Well, can we
Chris.
just touch on the
Sure.
fact that every morning,
Sure.
Every time
morning
I
you
get out
walk
of-
past his, every morning you wake up to Shane coming through your bedroom, shaking his head at you
yeah. Every morning is Shane
because your
just
rooms
being
are
like-
connected.
Yeah.
and then that's how I wake up every morning.
Shane in the towel just going.
I walked through today, and I was like, "Damn, he's out of bed."
Yeah,
Couldn't
yeah,
believe it.
yeah.
But you were up
I've started-
whizzing in your tighties.
I've started. Yeah,
What kind of length are you talking?
they're. I guess they're like regular. They're short, I guess. But I got Uniqlo underwear. It was cheap. I just bought a
Gotcha.
shit.
Yeah, it's like
ton of
stylish underwear. His fucking cock bulges out of him.
Oh yeah,
It's like it's fucking
if you spend
weird.
more than like $1.50 on your like a $1.50 on
Dude,
per
him and
underwear, you get
Tommy-
the fucking nicest.
If you're not
dong.
wearing
Him and Tommy
underwear
made
your
me-
mom bought you at Christmas the full year,
Yep,
you're playing.
true. You fucking up.
My
Yeah,
mom doesn't buy me underwear.
you should tell her. She would be appalled if she saw the sexual.
Mom, everyone's making
the
fun
lingerie
of me.
you
Buy
wear.
me underwear.
You wear lingerie.
No, that's not true. First of all, you and Tommy made me show me. You made me show you guys my ass the other day.
Why?
Because
Chris's thick ass.
He has a fucking
they
big
were
rump.
they were like, damn,
Bare
dude,
ass?
you got cake. Let
Bare
us see
ass.
it. Yeah.
I didn't say cakes. That's
Yeah.
Tommy.
And
For the
every
record.
time I walk out of the bathroom in my underwear, Shane,
I can't believe you wear them. That's
Shane
all. They literally-
comments on my
they
ass.
fit like women's panties.
he's clearly half chugged. Yeah.
I can't believe it. Every time I see it, I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy.
I learned on Saturday that you
Very
have,
European. Very European.
That's pretty
No,
yes.
no.
I learned that you have abnormally large balls on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. One of your
Yeah.
friends from home was like, Shane has huge balls.
Oh yeah, Tony. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, nice.
Yes.
So yeah, we got into that, and I was like, good
I
man.
do have. Yeah.
What are the ladies impressed by huge balls?
No, so far none.
They don't care.
No one's.
I was
even
so
mentioned
stoked
it.
for you, dude.
In
I'm
fact,
like,
they're very sensitive. I don't like it. If a girl tries to suck my balls,
Well, they're huge.
suckle upon my balls, I'm like,
we should get
it
like
hurts.
we should get like A, B,
Yeah.
C, D, E like cup size
B,
for ball.
yeah.
We should
Well,
know what's up.
if we wore his underpants, we would need that.
True. True.
What kind of underwear do you wear?
I don't know.
Just regular? Yeah, just the
Hanes
same
is
length
this.
as the
Hanes
one on.
boxer
This.
Yeah.
Can you do this with your underpants?
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
I
Take your
can.
trousers off.
No.
Yeah, let's see these.
No,
undies.
see, he's
Let's
trying to
see-
get. He
let's
wants to see
these
my
undies.
ass again every day.
Chris,
He's addicted to your
Every-
body, dude.
yeah.
Chris, don't be a fool.
You
You're
might
the
be-
one playing guitar in front of me to try to seduce me every day.
Bullshit.
You
Every
might-
day, he
you might be
strums on
Shane's
his-
drug, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
and then I
addicted
play
to you.
guitar and Shane sings songs about me being gay.
True. He
So you'll
plays
strum
songs.
and he'll sing about you being gay while
Yeah.
you're
Well,
strumming.
Chris is actually
And all the
a
songs
very,
about my ass. Yeah.
very good guitar player.
Nice.
Yeah,
No, I'm all right.
Chris is good.
Hell yeah.
I can. He's good enough that I can be like, play this song, and like a minute later,
He'll
we'll
hit
start
it.
playing it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'll look up the tabs.
yeah.
Nice.
I've been making him.
Guitar tabs
I've been
and
making him
CD.
play "The Cave" by Mumford and Sons. I like the intro on
Your
that.
little fast
yeah,
drum,
yeah.
dude.
It's a fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
What do you got, Tommy? What's Tommy playing? He's a
Well,
good tambourine. I say he rocking
yeah.
tambourine pretty good.
Yeah.
This all started because Tommy has a guitar and he's
How's
trying to.
Tommy?
He's learning. He's trying to play it.
He just started taking like lessons. Zoom
Really?
lessons, yeah.
Hmm.
And then I was like,
He
oh,
strikes
man.
me as being pretty bad at the guitar.
He just started.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, he's terrible.
He's still learning the chords, you know?
True. Oh, yeah, I
You
shouldn't.
got to get your fingers.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, what the
it's
hell?
really unnatural.
What are you
yeah.
saying? Tommy's not musical?
I don't think he does
He
not strike me as
sings.
a
He
musician.
sings.
Is he a
constantly.
singer?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a terrible singer.
Is he really?
He is. Yeah.
Every once in a while, he does like a good Rod Stewart.
He
Really?
Yeah.
All Italian guys have like carved out a genre for themselves that's essentially just karaoke. It's Frank Sinatra. He's a glorified karaoke singer.
Yeah.
Anyone can sing along with Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, but Tommy's not. He doesn't go the WAP route. He goes like,
Rhythm and blues.
yeah, he loves like R&B,
Really? He's like
Yeah.
a Frankie
like
B.
new R&B.
He's a
Frankie
It's
B
like
man.
brand new R&B.
I feel like it's like
Weird.
R&B and like Bon Iver or whatever, that Bon Iver, whatever. How do you say it?
Ooh,
Yeah, it's that kind of stuff.
really?
Real folksy.
I shouldn't
yeah.
smite his musical abilities.
Screaming, singing in the shower every day.
Really?
Screaming.
Yeah.
It would surprise me if he was shredding on it. That's all. I would be like, whoa, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'd
that'd
be
be-
proud of him.
I'd be pumped on him.
yeah.
It's a long.
But-
He's a long road to hoe, dude.
But Chris went and got an electric guitar.
I
dude.
went electric.
Whoa,
yeah, I
dude.
got drunk and
Were people were the fans pissed?
What?
Like when Bob Dylan switched from acoustic to electric, people must
I
be
was
like, "What
pissed.
the
I was
fuck?
like, what the
I-
fuck's this thing?
yeah.
What the hell?"
I felt guilty. I was like, "Oh fuck, I sold out." And then I was worried. I expressed my fears to them, and they were like, "No, I love it. The house loves
Yeah.
it."
And it is.
We're excited.
It
You
is.
plug headphones in and play, or you just
No, it came with an amp. Came with a thing. Yeah.
I don't want to be stealing "Come Town Valor,"
yeah,
which is singing gay songs with gay lyrics.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do all day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yes, Chris plays songs, and whatever song he's playing, I just make it about him being a homosexual. There is a cock in Christopher's ass.
Yeah, we got some hits.
Yeah, we got some good
We'll
hits.
release an album, maybe.
You should release an album for real, dude. I was scheming on a Christmas album.
Yeah.
Not tell anyone, dude. And just video record us in black turtlenecks, just
be
ripping
fun.
Christmas songs and just drop it, dude. Next Christmas,
Yeah.
just get hammered in studio and just sing like.
Well, if you guys
Oh,
can both
Holy
play,
Night.
I'll
Yeah,
be able
dude.
to freestyle
Oh, can
some
you play?
good lyrics.
Yeah, I can play
yeah,
guitar,
Chris.
bro.
Oh,
or
nice.
Matt can play pretty well.
Fuck yeah.
He's no
dude.
Billy, but he's good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Billy can. Uh-oh.
Billy's
Billy,
not-
Billy's good.
My
dude.
brother
Really?
Kevin, my
I
brother
could see.
Kevin's like
Is the
my brother
ultimate
Kevin
shredder?
could teach guitar. He could like read music. He could give like
Damn.
legitimate guitar
The
lessons.
stiff man? What you called him?
Tin Man, we call him the Tin Man. When he would dance at weddings, he's just stiff McGriff.
Stiff
But he could
McGriff is what I was
shred.
looking
You hand
for.
him a guitar, he'd be like fucking just like
Damn,
slash.
he breaks
dude.
out of it.
You just have to put a bucket or some sort of top hat. And he just,
Really?
Yeah. Oh, he's nasty at guitar.
How would
can
you rank
tell.
the guitar? Would you say
Billy is.
Tom is
Oh,
last?
Tom is.
Okay,
Kev's number one.
Kev's number one. I'm
Okay.
number two.
You think you can shred harder than Bill?
Yeah, easily.
Really?
I'm also the best
Oh,
singer.
no,
I'm the
I'm
best
sorry.
singer in the family.
I think you're a good singer.
Thank you, bro. You're a
Yes.
good singer as
Really?
well.
Thank you.
I've said
What are you
twice.
singing?
Thank you.
Pretty much anything, dude. My key's more like EA. I can hit G and D, but whatever. But and I have a deviated.
What
septum,
type of
which-
song do you like to sing? What's your favorite song to sing? Isley Brothers?
Wide range. Yeah, I can go.
Yeah.
Up, I can go up there if I need to. I can go up high if I need to. But
Give
yeah,
it a song. Give it a shout about Chris being gay, no matter what song.
I wanna be gay with you. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ah.
we sip some
We
Perez.
need that.
Come on,
Yeah, we
that.
do need that.
We
I don't.
need that.
I don't.
Alto.
I don't
We need
reach
it. We gotta
those.
have you sit in on the FIFA sessions.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I can go high. If I
I
need
just
to.
literally sit
And
there.
I was like, I'm just warming up. I'd have to do like my.
Yeah.
That's how you warm up the vocal cords.
I play FIFA and sing the same song over and over again. It's empty in the valley of Chris's ass. His cocket rises slowly as he walks.
Yeah, man. Well, it
All
takes.
day, and you just strum along to this.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking
Chris.
you provide the soundtrack to your denigration all
Will
day
eat
long.
your
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah,
That's
it is
pretty cool.
fun.
That's pretty cool.
Every once
I
in a
like
while,
the creative process.
every once in a
I
while,
like-
yeah, he hears me work out the lyrics. And every once in a while, I'll hit a lyric that works, and I'm just like, "Did you hear that? What do you think
Yo,
of
write
that?"
that down.
He does his best work like when he takes a shit, he'll come out with some.
Yeah, come out swinging.
I'm telling you, dude. With Black Turtlenecks film, we just drop a Christmas album. We'll just do another half ounce of mushrooms and bug out.
No,
Dude, I still don't understand how you slept.
the alcohol.
So I drank too, dude.
Dude, I heard you were knocking on their door late at night.
Yeah, he
knocking
came by.
on.
He came
Yeah.
to check on us.
I was making sure
what
they're
was going through your mind at that point?
Dude, the night, I don't know. Shane's pretty sturdy. He's a pretty psychologically
yeah.
sturdy dude. So I was like, I'm sure he's fine. But
Every once in a while, you guys are worried about my death. Like when we were in England, Chris was like, "I'm certain he's dead," but that was cocaine. That's different.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
no, I was like, I know he's fine on the mushrooms, but I'm like, there's a chance he's just awake, just staring at the ceiling. Because like, dude, we got back.
You can run. You can find me doing that.
Yeah, so I was
every few nights anyway.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. I was just going like knock knock, being like, yo, if you guys are thinking you're trapped in your room and you can't come out, we have the fucking we had the ashram going, dude, in
Yeah.
room 723.
Were
whatever
you
we
were you thinking ever about like calling the paramedics,
No, dude? So
Actually-
getting some type of authority involved?
This is the weirdest part.
Because
So-
on mushrooms, that to me is the scariest.
So here's the layout. So you guys dipped out. I mean, it was like 2:00. They dipped out at
Yeah.
a reasonable time. So we're We're munching the mushrooms.
That's one good thing about my lady. She passes out.
That's the best thing about
She
Crocs.
likes yes,
Yeah.
because otherwse I would have stayed there
It's like a
Thursday
reverse
night.
Their
alarm.
Friday
batteries,
night,
their
yeah.
battery pack is like an hour shorter than ours, and they'll drag you to bed, and you're like, "Oh, thank God!"
Well,
followed
we'd
you.
get there and she'd order a drink like when we got there, and I'd be like, "All right, I guess
Yeah.
I'm going home at midnight
Yep,
because she's gonna be tuckered out."
dude. I go to bed now. I'm in bed at 9 p.m.
Disgusting.
As soon as Bay, when she went away for her little bachelorette or her friend's bachelorette party, I instantly am up till 2 a.m. playing GTA with the bros. Dude.
yeah,
I'm up
yeah.
playing that. When she went away, I was just like, "All right, guys, no, for real, this is my last respawn." I couldn't
Yeah.
go to. I couldn't stop. But yeah, having just heard me like, I'm like, "Fucking coming upstairs." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, you, thanks." You know,
Yes.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. So Shane, I see Shane dip out. You guys had your space boots on. I'm scoping, dude. I'm
Yeah.
clocking because we're like, you pick at mushrooms, you pick at them,
Yeah.
and they add up. So you think it's just the worst thing. You just pick at them, be like, "It's just a little bit," and you keep doing that.
That's how I am with just about
You got
every,
cut off,
every
too.
drug, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, what hasn't hit yet? I'll just keep eating it and keep
Yeah.
eating it, and then next thing you know,
Dude, so everyone there was eating them. So we're sitting there at the bar. You guys leave, and I'm watching your lady. Fucking,
Yeah.
she's got space boots on. So I'm like, they'll be all right. You know, they'll be fine. It wasn't.
Yeah.
We didn't eat that much, although it was spaced out between a lot of people. You know, so everyone was drinking. I have a theory too. You know, how people do lemon tech with mushrooms. So if you put mushrooms in lemon juice, it breaks down psilocybin into psilocin, which is the thing that actually makes you trip. That's why people get belly aches because it's a lot of work to break it down. But if you have an acidic thing, it breaks it down for you and it kicks in way quicker. I have a theory that alcohol does that too. So every time I've drank and eaten mushrooms, they kick in like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So the first little bit kicked in. I'm like, we're sitting there having a good time. We're talking. More tequila shots, more champagne, which was
Yes.
just hilarious.
and Andrew, the owner of Magoo's, he was so excited.
He's
like,
the best,
He's
dude.
so
See,
funny.
I think the champagne might have been it because it's probably keeping everything moving and breaking up, spreading it out. You know,
Dude,
it's like a
something,
grinder.
all of it came into play. These mushrooms kicked in, and then you had a little more. So I was like, whatever, I'll just eat whatever you eat. We'll have fun. So I just like, let me stay in pace.
Was
So I
it
eat
that
more.
casual or was it more competitive?
No, it was casual.
I didn't even notice.
For my bachelor party, I had to do the 5 gram 2 weeks after that, so I didn't partake in mushrooms with everyone. I felt bad about that.
Right.
Mm.
So I was like, not again. So as soon as he would eat them, I would just gobble. I'm like, we're going to be tripping. This is going to be fun. And then so we eat them, and then you left, and there's a little bit left. And me and Guard Dog split one of those big honkers at the end.
Yeah.
Spud, man, fuck, he was down there gobbling them. White Claw Billy had thrown up at this point and seek shelter.
Billy.
He
yeah.
didn't even mush. He just ate. He drank White Claws to the point of vomiting, and then just scurried off quietly, just fucking as a little
Yeah.
Irish goodbye.
Yeah,
Tuck
no, you gotta-
tail.
Yeah,
Tuck
that's
tail,
right. That's
dipped
right.
out. So it was like, and then Shane and Bay leave. So it was just me, Guard Dog, Nate Marshall ate a decent amount of these things.
Yes.
A lot actually. I was like, okay. And then we're talking to the owner. By 3 in the morning, I'm like rattling on about Hinduism to the owner, and he's like,
Oh,
wow. Wow. He was
Yeah,
in it. He was
he's
just
an
going-
incredible listener.
Yeah, he was
You
like,
should take some notes from him.
dude, we're sitting there, we're talking. And finally, I see the bartenders fading. I'm like, dude, it's 3:00. We got to go. We're fully tripping at this point, dude. So I get up to go to the bathroom. That hallway's red, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that red hallway, and I'm like, fuck, dude. All the mushrooms kicked in. And I've been smoking tons of weed. I'm on like, fuck. I was already on Pluto, dude. Now
Yeah.
I'm on Planet X. I think someone said that, Cardini's like, you're on Planet X. Dude,
I still love that Billy bounced after puking in the
dude.
sink.
Billy comes back
That's
on.
the movie because it's like you're not a
He
suspect.
did puke in the
Yeah,
sink, by the way.
yeah.
So he
Wow.
who done it, dude?
No, he didn't.
No, he puked in the
If
urinal.
the owner of Magoo's is listening, no, he didn't.
Oh, really?
They got
Oh, no.
that sink looks like it can take some puke though. It's set up for some puke. It looks like it is puked in, but it's just rust. Yeah, he was a man. He let us stay there and drink, and he was just funny as fuck. We're sitting there fucking around, and then we go home, and dude, I don't know if I should say. Okay, this will just be like a comedy sketch. So imagine my car is parked at Magooby's,
Yes.
and it's only about
It's a block.
Imagine this sketch,
One
dude.
block.
It's literally like 0.0004 miles. It's all contained within a parking lot, like a
Yes.
corporate center.
Right.
You've been there.
And
yeah.
so my squad's on mushrooms. I'm fucking sitting there, and I go, I'm either going to cart us home. I'm either going to drive us literally just 400 feet to the hotel, or my squad has to trudge up a pretty treacherous hill.
You did the right thing.
So I said, you know what, dudes, get in the Civic, let's go.
Wow.
So we get in the Civic. Then I'm like, what happens if I hit the gas all the way?
No.
So I hit a nice peel. I tried to peel out, but it was me going, it was just fine. No big deal.
It's fine.
It was fun, Chris. Don't
fine,
make that
Chris.
face. It was
Jeez.
fun. We were contained with
This is you don't have
we were in a
fun with the
parking lot, dude.
guys.
We're in a parking
I'm
lot.
just knowing if I'm on mushrooms and I'm in the
Oh,
back
I
of that
would've-
car
I
and,
would've-
and
that would've
McCusker
killed me.
peels out.
Yeah.
It was fun. How was the peel out? I had it under control. I made a wrong. What happened is I
Don't
made a
listen to
wrong
this.
turn. I made a wrong turn and ended up in
What?
like the wrong park. It was like this way to this parking lot or this way to the right parking lot. I made a wrong turn, dude. I had
Oh,
a
you
lot
turned
going on.
right out of there.
So I go into this parking lot.
You can see the hotel.
Come on, dude, give me a break. So I go to do a turn. I'm like, holy shit, it's the wrong parking lot. And then I go to turn around. I was like, let's go, boys. And I hit like a quick turnaround. That was it. Then drove home
Oh,
safely.
you were fucking off in a vehicle under the influence,
Yeah.
Matt.
That's
this
the
isn't
sketch, dude.
funny,
How funny
dude.
is that, dude? That's the sketch.
Well, I hate
Not
this
real.
sketch.
So now we
We've
all
had
dude,
problems
we
with that
could
in
have
the
fucking
past.
rolled our ankles on that hill. So then
You did the right
it was such
thing.
a close, dude. Out of the same time, I was in my capacities. I checked out. I parked perfectly, and it was a crowded parking lot.
Yeah,
Pulled in perfect. It was everything. Was
I
clean.
drove home like every single night.
You know what
Having
made me
good
drive
news.
fast? It was the alcohol.
Yeah.
That alcohol is what made me drive like a maniac.
No,
Yeah.
the alcohol made me.
Champagne.
I was driving like a dad from the Elks.
Really?
Each night, I was like, I can drive. I'm perfectly fine. Every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just focus intensely, batting down the
Nah, it was the
hatches.
alcohol, dude. Otherwise, I'd be careful. The weed and mushrooms had me driving like straight and narrow. The alcohol was like, yo, let's fire this
Yeah,
T-bird up.
Yeah, do something
See
crazy
what
for
this
your
thing can
boys.
do, yeah. So dude, it was the whole ordeal was like maybe 2.5 minutes. That's how close this was. So I just moved. I like golf carted us back to point A to point B. So we get into the hotel, and at this point,
Yeah,
like,
there was a point C.
true, a little detour. Forgot about that. Yeah, I had to make a little 3-point turn. Pretty good. But the dude, so we go up into the hotel, and by this point, I felt like I was ascending. Like we're going up in the elevator, and I'm like going.
Wow.
We were, dude. And that's why I was like, how the fuck are you sleeping?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think you hit the sack before I guess they kicked in.
Yeah, perhaps.
And we also ate a little more. I forgot we munched. I was like, I forgot.
His tolerance for mushrooms is absurd.
Pretty crazy. It must be
It's
the big
crazy.
balls. It must be a process to your balls.
Don't make fun of my.
That's what the-
Don't make fun of my genitals.
That's what the epididymis
You want to make fun of genitals
No,
on
dude.
the show?
No, you have a fine set of genitals,
Dude, because we took mushrooms. We took mushrooms.
Oh, you're laughing now? Okay. Okay.
Gardini, where are we at time wise? Just so I know for Paige. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, we took mushrooms in like Hartford once, and we were all having fun. And then there was still like a big bag left, and Shane just like grabbed them and ate them. And I was like, no, because I thought he was gone, like he would
Oh,
die.
you can champ
Yeah.
mushrooms.
I had never experienced what I experienced at the bachelor party. Otherwise, I probably would have been worried myself. But I literally, every time I've
'Cause
ever
I
taken
had it,
mushrooms, yeah, Chris knew, and he was like, "Oh my god, dude, what?"
then-
and I
but
was
then-
like,
Yeah, but then he was like,
"So you kill my
"What?"
vibe, dude."
And then I panicked because I was like, oh no, now I'm the cause of the bad
Yeah.
trip. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, dude, I want to set a strict and hard policy that if you see us out drinking, do not drop mushrooms on us, dude.
Yeah, please.
Detonated the squad.
The squad.
The squad got absolutely shelled, dude. So I didn't even get to what actually happened.
Yeah.
So we go back up to the hotel room, and I think we say later to Gardini, say later to Nate. They had a room. Me and Spud and Billy, White Claw Billy was in bed, passed out.
Yeah.
So me and Spud go into the room. It's like
White Claw
White Claw
Billy.
Billy,
He was-
silly Billy,
He had the
dude.
time of his
Silly
life.
Billy's on his belly on the bed, just not having a good
He
time.
was acting a fool.
Oh, he was having a good old
It was
time.
so funny.
Ripping cigs, dude. My mom the
He
next
ripped
day,
a cig?
He's ripping tons of cigs.
What?
My mom the next day was like, Billy sounds like he's been smoking. I like had at that point I had like the only amount of sleep I had was like an hour of a nap
ratted
after
him?
the day. He was on the phone with my mom. I'm at my parents' house, like sitting on a couch, like he did smoke, Mom. He had 5 cigarettes. I saw. And I had been on like mushrooms and hadn't slept all night. I'm like,
Yeah.
Billy did smoke cigarettes, Mom. He drank too much too.
I didn't know he was smoking
I tried to
cigs.
tell him not to, but
He was ripping
Yeah.
cigs outside. And
man, I
so
wish I'd been
dude,
there
we
for
get
that.
back to the room. Gardini, this might have been the funnest night of my life, and it was kind of fucked up. Gardini, he goes with Nate. Me and Spud are there. Billy's like sawing logs, dude. He's snoozing. So we go in.
Billy, you can really visually see when he's hammered too.
Oh god,
Like, it all like falls apart. His hair was fucked up. His eyes were like dark red and like
yeah, dude. We all of us, dude.
The
Our
mask
faces.
comes
it was
off.
crazy.
When we get drunk, our faces are like He gets shit faced instantly. We're just like, My brother Tom might have shit face the worst. He gets drunk and he just goes, his arms rise. As he gets drunk, his arms go up and he goes, and he's just this until he gets in a fight or goes to bed.
God.
But yeah, dude, so yeah, we go back to the room. I'm like, all right, dude. And it also was a tough day for Spud found out his uncle had died that day.
Man.
It was a tough day, dude. It was funny. He's like, all I wanted to do was come down and be with my friends and just forget everything. And I was like, mission accomplished, brother.
Yeah.
So you forgot it, literally everything.
And away we
Yeah,
go.
like, dude. So I'm like, all right, bro, like, we're good. And I go to close my eyes, and it's just like fractal patterns of just like, whoa, and I'm sitting there like, I'm not. In my head, I went, okay, I'm not sleeping. I'm gonna lay here. In my head, I'm like, part 2 of Mushroom World. I'm gonna go off into my little, mushroom reverie again. I'm like, whatever, this will be tight. And I just, I'm like, am I retarded? Like, is this just in my head? And I look over at Spud, and he's halfway off the bed. He had a whole bed, by the way. Me and Silly Billy we're brothers. We're gonna share.
You guys shared?
We're going to. I didn't end up sleeping, so it doesn't matter. But so then like Spud's like halfway on the bed. He keeps slumping off, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, Spud, get on the floor. Here, you got the whole bed. Sleep in the middle of the bed. And he would slowly work his way towards the edge and then slump off. And I'm like, shit, we are tripping as hard as I thought.
Yeah.
So then he starts, long story short, he starts fucking throwing up, dude. And it's like thick shit, like nasty shit coming out, like cakey, weird throw up.
Ugh.
This is at like 3:30. And,
Who knows what he was eating?
Dude, I don't think he didn't eat for like
Junkyard dog.
He didn't eat for
dude.
like 2 days. So he didn't eat for like 2 days. So Spidey's already in a tough spot. There, we had drank more than enough, and then the mushroom, he had a good amount of them. So then, like, he's just retching and throwing up on this floor to the point where I had to like knock it out of his back. His throat was getting kind of constricted. And dude, not at any point did it occur to me that this was like a bad situation. I'm just like, you're good, dude. I'm fucking smashing this thing. And when you're in a hotel, there's like a little bench. Like there's like and like when you walk in, I'm like sitting on my little bench. I have my sack of grapefruits, and I'm sitting there like smacking Spud. He would come out of it like he just had 4 questions, dude. He would be like, he'd pop. I'm like, dude, you're good. Like look, it's 4 o'clock. We get to 8 a.m. We're golden. You just have to pass through this and get all the shit out of your system. I kept trying to get him to drink water. Wasn't happening. At one point, he was fully Animal Kid. At one point, I was like, why were you biting the bottles of water I'd give you? He goes, oh, dude, I was Zeus for his dog died last year. He was like, I was Zeus for a little. He was full Animal Kid, dude. What? So I'll be like, why is he? And I would just laugh. I'd be like, he'd go, ha, and I'd be like, I'll try this again later. And I put it down. So then Spud's horking, like, dude, eyes bulging, bloodshot, horking. I'm fucking clearing his fucking airways. And he's
two rooms over.
Just snoozing. But the weirdest part, this for some reason, none of this. I wasn't perturbed by this at all.
I was like full panic.
So I'm like I'm knocking his air. I'm like, all right, he's breathing, he's good. And I'm like, I wonder what Gardini's up to. So then I get this text. It was Gardini had texted. I'll read this, dude. Gardini had texted me that night. So, and you tell me, dude, if this sounds like someone who's tripping on mushrooms. So like I thought it was something he had just texted me, but this. So I look at my phone and go, oh shit, dude, Gardini's like losing his mind. So here, it's right. This is the text I see on my phone that I didn't see during the thing. Where the fuck is it?
Damn, you guys text a lot, huh?
Me and Gardini talk like all the time, dude. We got a lot of
That's
text.
fine with me, I guess.
Dude, when there's nothing worse for me if I'm tripping when I'm wondering if paramedics or the authorities need to be called
There's
because
no
I
need
refuse to. Yeah.
Dude, wait till you get in this tale.
But when someone's puking and biting water bottles,
that was nothing.
I would
It was
be-
just the airways, because he was so dehydrated.
Yeah.
that his throw up was like cake. It was like Play-Doh, dude. It was like I was telling him, I'm like, dude, it was like black. I was like, you're throwing up like medieval humors of the body, dude. He was throwing up like, dude. So this is the text I get from Gardini. This is that I think he says, can't raise, just Spud because he, Shane, and Bill are on the same input. He's just got to munch the mic. So I forgot. I had no idea what he was talking about, and it made sense. But I'm like, fuck, Gardini's lost his mind. It was just like normal text about audio shit. So I text them. I'm like, yo, come over to room 723, and oh shit, I'll definitely lose fight. Remind me, I dropped my phone. But so Gardini, so I text him like, yo, what are you guys doing? And Gardini answers the phone. You call Gardini, you're like, what's up? He's like, hello.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you guys up to? He's like, nothing, we're just chilling. I'm like, all right. I'm like, how you guys doing? He's like, we're good. And then I'm like, all right, well, come over. If you guys are bored, come over and chill. Like, I'm not sleeping all night. We're tripping. He's like, yeah. He's like, okay. So then he goes down. So then I'm like, I need some water. So I go to the elevator, and I hear a fucking absolute it was a hubbaloo, dude, coming up towards me. And I'm like, Shane, dude, I thought you were up. Shane's freaking out. So then, like, it's just Nate and Sean come off the elevator laughing hysterically. I'm like, what the fuck's so funny? And they're like, there was an old black dude downstairs mopping the floors and it wasn't blasting, he was playing R&B and singing along to it. And they're like, it was just too funny. And then I'm like, that sounds pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I go downstairs to get my water for me and Spud, and it just is that dude doing that. So I go downstairs across the mop floor in my socks, and I'm like, don't laugh, don't fucking laugh. It was just such a weird scene. And then there was this angel, dude, another angel, second angel of the weekend, dude. I'm like, can I have 5 bottles of water? And she's like, yeah, no, so I like go and check out. And she's just like, because my pupils are like that big.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you. And it's like 4 a.m. and I just walk back upstairs, like trying not to laugh. And so then we go back upstairs. Gardini and Nate finally come over. And I'm like, yo, guys, come on in. And like I have Spud in a cocoon of blankets just going like, ah! I see Gardini's kind of like, what am I walking into? And Nate just comes right in like, hey, blah, 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 blah. So Gardini's chilling by sitting on the ground. Like, there wasn't much room to hang out because Billy's on the bed. So Gardini's on the ground just chilling. And I'm like, Gardini, try grapefruit. He's never had a grapefruit. So I'm just peeling grapefruits and handing fruit out. And just like Maharaji, dude. And then I like hand fucking a grapefruit to Mashuli or Gardini. And Spud's laying on the thing. And he would pop up every now and again and be like, are there girls? I'm like, there's girls, brother. He had us a 5-question loop he went through nonstop. So they're just like watching Spud put his world back together. He's like, but there's girls still? There's girls, brother. They're here. Dude, and then and then like he would like Gardini sit. I can tell Gardini's like this is cool. He's trying to convince himself. And it's a wildly fucked up situation. So he's eating his grapefruit. I'm watching Gardini be like, no. I'm like, Gardini, it's cool. And I'm like, I don't know why. I'm like, dude, it's fun, man. Relax. Have fun. Spud's reaching out and is like grabbing Gardini's foot. At one point, Gardini finishes his grapefruit and just goes, Gardini passes out. Goes offline. Fully goes offline.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and still I'm like, oh shit. And I'm looking at Nate. Nate's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I go, I made sure I pushed up here because you seized lightly. So I made sure he didn't bite his tongue off. So I pushed up here, and then and then I gave Gardini a little fucking like a little English. Dude.
Yeah.
Got him back online. He comes up and he goes, what the fuck happened? I'm like, dude, you passed out. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel great, man. I'm like,
It's that ruby red took
That's-
you out
yeah,
of the
that ruby-
Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, he was
You
like
fainted?
fainted, dude. He passed out and lightly seized. A little bit. He hit me
Really?
a couple of.
Oh my god, that would have killed
Tried
me.
to do choking. For some reason, I'm just.
Well, you were high as fuck and
Exactly.
drunk.
True.
Yeah, it's not like a reason.
It was, dude. For some reason, it was just a pirate ship. In my head, I'm like, look, we got this. There's no one here that can help us. Let's go. And I was ready. There was points where I was like you were saying, I was like, we're getting close to medical authorities coming, but I think, and I, like, okay, cool.
But I can't pull on that web.
I didn't want to pull. I didn't want to hit
Yeah.
that lever because
Yeah.
I was fully ready for them all to come and be like, all right, guys, let's like it be
Yeah.
part of the medical team.
You're all under arrest.
yeah. They throw the book at
But
you.
yeah, Gardini champed a fucking hot pass out.
Yeah, because it would turn out Gardini's 15.
True.
I've never checked his ID. I think
True.
we're getting lied to.
True. Yeah. True.
And I think Noah's 48.
But yeah, so I got Gardini came back online, and then he was like, dude, you think it was that grapefruit? I was like, definitely don't eat a grapefruit ever again. That might have been that grapefruit, or it could have been just your nervous system.
It's not a great.
It was your nervous system being like it just shut down.
I was certain Spud was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thought a
thought
man
Spud
was
was
dying.
Yeah.
He was dude. He was a rough.
If
You
he
got a
was
little
puking
taste
like
of
that,
Antietam, dude. That's what you got.
That's what. Yeah.
You should have ate that fucking bagel, dude. You could have handled that grapefruit and you wouldn't have passed out.
dude, I
That's why
would
you
have
eat
pounded.
big, hearty meals, dude.
If Spud was puking like that, I would have pounded on Shane's door until he woke up, and then he would have answered, and I would have been like, "Yo, I think Spud's dying."
No, dude.
I would literally be whispering in the hallway, being like, "I think he's dead," and I know you'd be like, "What?"
You would have woke
Nothing,
up into
nothing,
you would have woke up
nothing,
into like
he's
a
fine,
horror-
I would have
he's
woken
fine.
up into the mushroom trip
Yeah,
that I was
exactly.
clearly sleeping through, and I would have just been like, "What?"
Yeah. And I would have totally panicked, and be like, "Nothing, go back to bed. I'll deal with
Oh.
it."
dude. No, I'm telling you, there was not a part of me that panicked. It was like, and normally I completely would have. So once Spud was like, when I cleared it, once he was like done with like the cakier stuff, I'm like, all right, Gardini's back online. And then I watched Gardini be like, I feel great now. I felt so bad before. Why did I pass out? Why? And I'm like, Gardini, you're going back down the same dark road that led you to passing out. Leave it alone, brother. So then Nate's like, all right, Nate was an angel, dude. He's like, we needed more towels. So Nate got some more towels. We wipe up more puke. We're just wiping up puke, hanging out. And then Nate's like, all right, I'm tuckered out. Nate just passes out, goes to bed. Gardini hit the fucking trail. He just walked the parking lot from like 6
Oh,
a.m.
nice. Jesus, man.
So then I'm like, all right. Billy at one point woke up. So at one point, I think you guys were you awake when was Billy awake when you were there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Billy woke up pretty early on when Spud was throwing up, and Billy was just like he put on a playlist, which is Vibe Master, sick
Yeah.
move. And then he looks at Spud, and he's laying on his stomach in his underwear, just being like, Spud, your new pronouns are beast and hoss. Oh, and then me and Spud just listened. Billy went back to sleep, and me and Spud just laid there. Once Spud he took some water finally, threw up some like liquidy stuff, and then we just like laid there. I laid on the bed, and I was waiting for the the day to break because I'm like, Spud, as soon as that song comes up, we're golden, brother. You got to chill. And at one point, Freebird came on at like 6 a.m. So I'm just laying in bed laughing. I was like closing my eyes, listening to Freebird and being like, damn, dude, this song is youth energy, dude. This guy's like, I'm too fucking horny, babe. I gotta go get pussy. Sorry, I'll be back. And I'm like, damn, we all have to deal with this. And it was like, then like came out of it to Spud like, yo, dude. And I'm like, what's up, dude? What's going on? But yeah, so we listened to Billy's playlist, which was like the funniest songs all night. And then like 8 o'clock, we went and got breakfast. And me and Spud felt decent. But Billy just had alcohol in his system. A ton of White Claws at that.
Yeah.
So we go to get breakfast. Dude, we're the herdest squad. And we went to First Watch, which is like kind of like a nicer like breakfast place.
Yeah, it sounds like a good place.
It's nice. But it's like we go in there and they undercooked my eggs and I was jiggling them in front of Billy and he would go, oh. And he was like, dude, seriously, fucking stop. He took one bite of French toast and ran to the bathroom.
Damn,
Really?
he's got a lady stomach.
He doesn't drink very
Puking.
much, dude.
Yeah,
He's got to get that trucker belly fired up.
true.
But yeah, dude, I was jiggling the French and he was going, oh. And then he ate one bite of French and I kept being like, I ordered this weird drink and I was like drinking it. And I'm like, Bill, when you have like a lot of liquid in your belly and you move and you feel it slosh? And he's like, dude, fucking stop. You put in beer or anything. So then we just drove home. I didn't sleep all night. We drove home and I took a nap and then went to my parents' house and told on Billy.
Nice.
Just picked that food. So yeah, but yeah, I will say, dude, the squad got disheveled, dude.
Yeah,
I think being a parent actually helped you on this one.
I think so.
You've been seeing a lot of shit and puke come out of somebody.
Oh yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah. So it's
See, you're like your wife like confront death, get cut
Right.
open. You're like, dude, you'll be fine.
'Cause-
Smack your back really hard. I'm all constantly dealing with people almost choking on everything.
right.
Same thing. It's like, come on, get that out of there,
Yeah.
Just hitting everyone on the back.
dude. I was just
it's
sitting
good
there.
you're there. I would have left him to die. I would have 100%. If he was throwing up on the, I would have been like, I'm going to bed.
I just
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, I was like, yeah, if it was just puking, but it was like it was like getting stuck, dude. It was fucked up. Or maybe I was just hallucinating that and just hitting all my friends constantly. Yeah, it was tight, dude. I had
Yeah, our mushrooms hit us on the way back in the morning. It's because she and I both like
oh yeah.
didn't trip at all.
Yeah.
So then just in the morning, we were like, why are we weird? And then we just had a dead silent 5-hour drive back to New York.
Oh, dude, that's hell. I didn't
Dude.
know you came up here and did.
I drove up to New York City the next day and had to go do spots at the Cellar. And the first spot I did was fucking terrible. And I lost my voice because we were screaming at a bar all night.
Yeah.
So then the middle of this set that I'm already bombing on, I was like, all right, time to break out the Trump impression. I lost my voice. So like I led the lead up to the joke. I was like, oh, like I was thinking in my head, like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to be able to do this. So then I like screamed the impression to try to
In a
get
hoarse
just
voice?
into the mic. I was like, people were just. So I just walked in and ate a dick after. Yeah, it was terrible. That was a bad day. That was a rough one.
Damn. And you had fun though.
I did.
Yeah.
Last night was 2 nights ago was the.
Blast. I think you had fun the second set, didn't you though?
I did. The second set was very good,
Yeah, man.
which was nice.
Dude, I could hardly handle so I didn't sleep at all. Drove home, napped for about an hour and a half, and then like just sat at my parents' house and was just like, hey, my mom's like, you're tired. And I'm like, I'm tired, Mom. We did a lot of work this week.
Yeah, it was
Wow,
hard
you guys are
work.
working hard. I'm like, let's go with those brownies.
Show
in there,
business,
Mom.
baby.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Show
Mom.
business, Ma.
This weekend was crazy. We did a lot of
That's
work.
the road, bro.
Oh, dude, just going back to Mommy's house, dude. She's like, there's some spare.
I do that. I do
There's
that
some
all the
leftover
time.
ribs. Do you want me to heat them up? I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, Mommy.
I
Oh,
wanted
man.
to stop
You
at my
gotta go
parents'
back,
house
dude.
so bad on the way home instead of driving to New York.
Oh,
If I didn't just start working
It's
there,
the
I would have
best, dude.
canceled
Oh yeah.
to just go lay at my mom and dad's.
I sit on the floor against the couch and I just watch SpongeBob with my niece, and I just wait. My mom's like, would you like seltzer? And I'm like, yes, Mom.
Yes.
It's like, we have some burgers left over. Would you want me to get you? She'll just make. Oh, it's the best, dude. I'm like,
I'm hungry right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
man.
best. That's the best part about going home.
Oh.
Like the bevy of cold beverages.
dude, it was the best, man. I just grubbed and just sat there on the floor and was just like, the dog would come up to me. I'd wrestle a German Shepherd, then be like, Mom, Billy drank so much this weekend.
It is funny to snitch on Billy.
Oh, it's the best. My dad would pop up and be like, oh, Billy was there hitting the sauce, huh? He's off the wagon. I'm like, he's been drinking a decent amount.
yeah.
Yeah.
Third time this year. That'll put him in retirement for a long time.
Oh, I think White Claw Billy, I think he's got to lay
I
down
need
the
him
fucking
back,
claw.
though.
He's
I
gotta-
love it.
He's got to let go of the claw.
I'm
No.
so mad that I missed it. Him ripping
would've-
cigarettes.
he would've been
I would-
going
Oh,
after
dude.
you.
Oh,
Claw.
that's fine.
It would have. It's so funny to watch
Dude,
him.
some guy gave me a humongous joint that was dipped in like
embalming
hash
fluid?
oil.
Oh.
Yeah, it'd be sick with dust. He's like, yo, smoke. I was like, dude, I'll die. These dudes give you stuff. I'm like, yo, do drugs right now. And you're like,
Yeah.
no.
Dude, every show.
Except for mushrooms. Yes.
Every single show, dudes come up and are like, yo, that one in Utah was nuts. He gave me a full grocery bag filled with like acid and mushrooms and all that stuff. I was just
That's
like,
fucking
holy shit, dude.
sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dangerous.
Dude, slide over, bro.
Let's slide over into the Patreon.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Thank you for listening to our
Yeah, dude.
podcast.
Appreciate that.